seen them actually put a higher priority towards the Xayah, which I find weird because I think, you know, historically that matchup has been fine, but with the Poke Kai'Sa build, Xayah just kind of struggles in this situation. I'm not sure I'm too much of a fan, but Umeusy is definitely a player who's always gone with picks he prefers, gone with habits.
Yep.
So we see that locked in, we see the Kai'Sa taken, and the Rakan as a denial. Still a good lane with Kai'Sa, don't get it wrong, but definitely wanting to deny the Xayah Rakan from the bot lane of T1. And the Maokai, no surprise, comes in that pairing so frequently prioritized when it's available.
It's so obvious that the Maokai was coming in, not only because of Maokai Jace, but Owner has really been prioritizing this. They've been first picking it. We saw it be very, very strong in our previous series as well. Possibly something that D+ have overlooked unless they have a bit of a plan of how they're going to deal with it. I imagine top lane and mid lane bans to come through now from T1. But top side does need a little bit of a look as Sejuani pairings are still available.
That's interesting they banned the Yone. I was really thinking they'd probably lean towards top lane bans, but maybe they're thinking there's just too much available because like Jax and Renekton are the two big pairings of Sejuani I wouldn't want to deal with. But we've often seen this from T1.
Good morning,
they
Jack.
don't really prioritize theirs too much in the draft phase. They're happy for them to take rougher matchups. We've seen, you know, like at World Finals last year, letting Kingen have the Aatrox. We saw MSI. When they let Bin have the Gwen, they often let their opponents have a lot of power. And maybe, though, the intention is they take the Renekton themselves on 4. So do D+ ban it themselves?
I woke up a bit late.
Just have to see.
I need to wake up.
What is the final ban here for D+? Likely another support ban. Could be the Alistar taken away from Keria to deny a little bit more, but Nautilus is up and available as well, and something that he has defaulted to. Instead, they're heading towards the top lane, not allowing Zeus to have his debut champion, and he'll just lock away the Aatrox, feeling pretty good about it, I imagine.
I feel like this is so risky, though. I was thinking they would take the Renekton on 4, but now, I mean, D+ could take the Renekton themselves.
This kind of Renekton.
Looks like they might go in even more aggressive. Toying with the idea of Aurora could be devastating.
We are team Damwon in this. Not because we hate T1, alright? Relax. I like T1. I love Gumayusi. I love Faker. It's just that I love Showmaker and Canyon just a little bit more.
I think Renekton would definitely be the safe pickup for D+ right now.
No hate.
But the Fiora
just happen to love DK more.
I think with the Azir, you want something that you
I don't mind
benefit
T1.
from in team fights.
I have no issue with T1.
Of course, Azir works into Aatrox quite nicely. You can get rid of him if he's running amok, just killing everyone with massive amounts of AoE damage. And there is the Renekton that we've seen a little bit more consistent into the Aatrox, as that is Janna being hovered, a champion that we have spoken about many times and has never been locked in, and is not going to start now.
Yeah, trying to decide what to take in this
Here I prefer T1 draft.
Nautilus is available and could be an option. Looking at the Alistar, and they're just going to pick that one up. Very good at playing bouncer against the likes of
they will go to loser bracket if they lose this one.
Away. And I feel like the composition of T1, very hard to push into. You know, it's very hard to move forwards when you have the bounce house of the Alistar, you have the CC of the Maokai, the Aatrox and the Xayah.
Let's go Lipo.
So I think T1 should be pretty happy with their draft composition. For D+,
bro, what
I feel like
this ad is mental, by the way.
They don't get ahead quite a bit. Obviously, the Azir is quite a stable pick we've seen in this meta, but really, I feel like this is a game that Death's going to have to carry.
Yep.
I think D+ are wanting to hit the ground running, because I think when it comes to team fights, if T1 get ahead,
I cannot
they get set up on an objective, set up in the river, you're going to really struggle to push in and contest.
I also feel like this is going to be a big test for the welcome back of Kellen as well, because I think that they'll be relying a lot on this
Twitch, so
getting the engages happening, and he has
I didn't think about it.
flanks in the past.
It's on Twitch.
Positioning,
I can't pause on Twitch.
On the outset of a team fight is often fantastic.
So it was the game.
With a lot, even when he was playing with Docdom last year, things like this.
That all sensible.
It has been a skill set of his. We'll see whether Kellen is going to be able to channel some of that moving into this game. But I feel like both of these teams pretty much got exactly what they wanted. I think that there's a clear game plan for both of these squads, and I think they've managed to get it here, and we'll see in game number 2 who's going to have to pivot to deny what they wanted. Who's got the best read on what the most high-value picks are going to be.
Yeah, and it's an interesting approach from D+, banning all those junglers, prioritizing the Sejuani, leaning heavily on that top jungle duo.
I like red side more.
There in this game 1.
Exactly. Let's jump onto the
It's just the simplicity of Xayah, Maokai, Jace being on the same team. Like, it's like this Xayah will get value, you know? Gumayusi will be monstrous this game. I prefer T1 draft here.
And that was Khan and Wolf introducing the two teams, leading the fan chants. You can hear both sets of fans feeling like there is a little bit of tension, a little bit of desperation already in this series. It was so difficult coming to a conclusion as far as the predictions are concerned.
Hello, Justin.
Or just so much here in game number 1 as to who's going to take this.
I feel like it's weird to say, but I don't think there's a bad prediction for this series.
Good name, I thought Justin Gaethje.
Just try anything.
Get your dog to do it. Get your cat to do it. You know, we used to do that.
Did you ask your cats?
Yeah, Dongchul is like the most biased T1 fan ever. Like ever. He's kind of insufferable if you talk to him about it. Thankfully, Bibian is more of a Deft fan, so he doesn't even care which team Deft's on. Like, used to be an EDG fan back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rivalry there.
Yeah, a lot.
Who are you rooting for? I'm rooting for that one.
From this one. Deft be in trouble.
But once again, it's not because I don't mind T1. I love T1. Gumayushi and Faker are some of my favorite players of all time.
Too much damage here before having to flash. And is eventually going to do it.
But I think this one T1's going to win. I think T1 draft is one here, guys.
The flash that you knew you were going to have to use was a silly choice, I thought.
Yeah, I think he was trying to mind game it, like, hey, I don't actually need to flash. And then T1 were like, no, you definitely need to flash. And he just ended up getting hit by the Alistair. And again, because he was so late, it means that Deft is just already burnt his potion in lane, already down in health. So a bit of a disadvantage. And we kind of emphasize how Gumayushi and Carrier have really looked for these 2v2s, looked to find power there. Obviously, with the Alistair,
I like Carrier too.
A little bit, but level 3 is the big spike when you can combo, follow up with the root from the Blade Caller.
I'm 50% win ratio against this T1 also.
No cleanse either. You could easily be taken out by that combo.
I'm 1 and 3 though against Carrier.
Oh, absolutely. You can see now, level 2 going to be gained by Gumayushi. Carrier was away from some of the minions here early on, as level 2 is going to be collected here by D+. I think relying a little bit on landing these Gleaming Quills. It was you that actually spoke to me earlier about the fact that Rakan's sustain really has improved. And being able to land those Qs consistently can keep your carry safe.
Showmaker. Showmaker. Come on, Showmaker.
You know, when it was the
You're missing minions, Showmaker. Come on, man.
They added that, and it just makes them so obnoxious. If he hits 1 Q, all that hard work, all that training you've done is just completely you can see,
as far as I know, there's double elimination, and I think
obviously part of it is the sustain you get
this game.
But also, if Kalen keeps landing these Qs, that chunk he took level 1 will just mean nothing.
Yep. And
does this game take you to losers bracket?
Towards the turret. So Faker taking a lot of damage here in mid lane as well, as Showmaker takes 2 turret shots. I'm not sure about that one. That seems
this
like
game is single elimination. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the best move, but is having pretty solid.
They're both qualified to go on the door, that's for sure.
Kind of push in and put a ward on.
Yeah, whoever loses is out.
And spot owner out, which is really important when we saw that big wave coming in, because I think D+ wanted information. Where is the enemy jungle?
Sadly.
Could he be diving right now? We have seen these early Maokai dives as early as level 2, level 3, where there's not much you can do with his ability to reset aggro. So because they spotted that out, and now we see Canyon moving up towards the top, and this wave is in a terrible spot for Zeus, for the enemy jungle to be there.
Oh dear, Zeus going to go a little bit aggressive as Q3 up and available. Not going to be opted into here. Zeus puts a ward over, but as soon as he moves up, Canyon may find an opportunity instead. Thinking about just keep. Oh, okay, never mind. Zeus, let's see whether he does have to flash, and he does. Does it very early as well. Doesn't want to take unnecessary damage if he still knows.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Aatrox lock-in when the enemy has central reactor.
The Tri-Burst goes for the safety ward, expecting the enemy jungle to be there, and now Owner.
But let's see if he survives. Like, his lane state is pretty fucking good considering he just got ganked.
Let's go for this 2v2. The minions would make too much of a difference, so Owner just wants to help Zeus crush the wave in.
Oh, Slice now on cooldown. If he had a diced forward, he could have just been dead there.
There's no way Canada is here.
Also playing respectfully. Showmaker will take a bit of damage here from Faker in the mid lane. You can see the CS extremely even between the two, as Kana going to avoid the big damage of Q3, but it'll still take a little bit.
Owner's just waiting for.
I don't know, Owner is sharing so much XP.
With the
insane amounts of XP.
Well,
wow, that's gonna work. Oh!
Try and get himself out.
Holy shit, I thought he was done.
Fair bit of damage has been taken already. As Canyon moving on in. Can they actually make a dive work, though? As notoriously difficult.
Yeah, LCK has been insanely consistent in terms of who is terrible. So qualifying the regionals, as long as you make playoffs, is rather easy. It's kind of funny to me.
Even though he did have to use the flash. Kamushi comes on over,
and this is the Aatrox OB patch.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, really well done. And Owner as well, the gank top lane wasn't necessarily necessary, right? The main focus was trying to crash the wave, but neutralizing kinda the advantage he had.
I think he could have killed differently too.
As well, because I feel like a big thing is if there's flash advantage for the Renekton, he's just going to flash W with the Sejuani backup, so a little bit of a safety net.
No, it makes sense to flash, guys. If he doesn't flash and just dry Ws, then Renekton will bring him to the turret and stun him.
Especially when you have a Rakan who's so squishy, you really want to have a support who can tank a few more tower hits, something like a Leona. So they opt not to go for it. And I feel like Canyon's been playing this game very patiently with how he's approached things in the early game.
Yeah. We saw yesterday the Renekton be very, very powerful, and it is a similar story. Of course, Canna is very comfortable.
What's your prediction for today? I think T1 is probably the better team, but I really want Showmaker and Deft and Canyon to do well.
On the pick after 10 games played. Not quite like Kingan's 100%.
It's weird, like Daman doesn't have the same oomph like they did in the past.
On this champion, regardless of what the outcomes of the pick have been in previous series.
Level 6 available for Showmaker. They could look for a shuffle attempt here, but you see Carrier heading mid off reset, which might make it trickier. Kinda getting a plate there with a Demolish.
Yeah,
it's not something that I've thought about Legend do say. I haven't thought about that at all. Have you given your prediction for game 1? I think game 1, I think Red Side will win. I think this is like a very nice Xayah game. Very nice Xayah game. With Maokai and Jace on her team, I think that's super, super good.
I think T1 can be pretty happy with the outcome.
Yeah, we know that Zeus will be able to get a lot of work done as this game continues. So a slight gold advantage, I guess, for D+.
Could be interesting. I'm excited to co-stream some LCK. I've been doing very little LCK this split because I don't know. I just had a lot of fun watching LPL. A lot of fun watching LPL.
Yeah, I mean the damage.
Do you think Damon Ghost is underrated?
And also, just if you're playing like a Renekton, if you're playing a Sejuani or a
the thing is,
you're trying to dive into T1 to get.
I think that he played his role well, but his role was not that demanding.
It's gonna feel so.
Yo, Jack, I need to take a game to wake up. Usually I take game 1 to wake up, and then I hop into the sack. I woke up rather late. I need to get the vocal cords all warm, and then I'll hop in.
Things like that being traded as Rift Herald. It's fully on T1 vision as Faker will have his Shock Blast blocked by a minion, unfortunately.
It is crazy that How Alive signed only for 1 year.
As Willie land the Voidseeker. There's the flash forward as Kellen's going to get the flash out of Faker. Voidseeker comes in and Def still wanting to try and get
big one. That's a big one. That's like one wave of entry to this game. It's like if Kaiser gets to squeeze, it's a big swing as well. Rift Herald and Faker can't TP until he spawns, of course.
Damage is already done. The Herald's going to come down, and that's going to be 3 plates mid secured. Suddenly what seemed like a
if Kaiser has too much gold, that could be a way of entry for blue side.
It's all falling apart.
But the early game,
to what Akon was saying,
considering they have Renekton, Sejuani should be better.
The performance of Showmaker and Deft. Well, what they did was they gave Deft first blood and gave Showmaker 3 plates. I'd say that they've already made a pretty good start to what that game plan is. Really nicely done, and so often we've seen teams focus Faker. Like his global taunt is. Do you have insights
on why Bengi is not the coach anymore? No,
this
I
was
don't.
A punish, and this wasn't one that T1 could then macro their way out of.
Yeah, we see, Faker in this situation.
Did you see LCK All Pro teams?
Does overstep. Could have put that water brush without going so far forward, but here, Def, knowing the damage potential, has the Hail of Blades as well, so able to get the passive proc very
Yo, master.
Do you want to start the strategy? It looks like a contest is coming through, but Showmaker just got chunked.
Showmaker's 1 HP.
Faker also taking a bit
How can Showmaker cross? They also don't have Deft ult. I don't think Damon should fight this.
As the Nature's Grasp is going
this fight is way easier for T1.
Walk past Canyon, but the Glacial Prison landing isn't going to matter if the Drake is just dead, and the D+ going to have to walk their way out. Pulverize comes in. There's the flash headbutt as Canyon tries to get himself out of there.
All right.
back though onto the Sejuani.
Nah, this is terrible.
Does come in, and Canyon is surviving for the moment, but he is going to fall in the end. Kind of cute that he gets a bit of a walk around, and that is going
I don't even know why they even looked at them. You know, why did they even look at them while they do that?
Found by Carrier, but also gotta say T1 with such confidence in that play.
That's
as it started
it's so sad. I know it hurts me to see Canyon. Like obviously it's some kind of
like, no, we don't need you.
It's some kind of team decision or team delusion that they think they can contest this Drake, bro. It hurts my soul to see Canyon do this.
Pretty good against one form of poke with these shock blasts that are going to be coming through. Showmaker can play DDR against as many of them as he can, and if he gets hit, he's not going to worry too much, but still got chunked as he tried to face check his way in, and as you can see at the start of this replay, Showmaker is below half.
Yeah, and it's just so hard to approach against this composition from T1. They were there first, they were on the objective, and then Canyon's just hanging around. I'm not really sure for what, you know. The
they killed him over the wall, actually.
I didn't see that. Fight here, and he just lets this play essentially happen. It's a great read from T1, but Canyon definitely overstaying to allow it happening. And of course, they make sure that Miyushi is the one who gets the kill there.
Yeah, and doubling
a very big fault,
onto a bad play or onto a lost situation is never really a good thing, as Carrier here to try and protect this turret. Will be
item in
able
base
to defend from the
keeps the cannon
alive for Faker.
But I don't know about the static shiv angle here, because MR is a very, very easy choice here against blue side.
Yeah, where's my cannon, Carrier?
Faker's like, your support?
Yeah, no. Faker now looking for a back time.
Crown is good against Jace because later on, like his EQs
does already have his mythic
hurt like a motherfucker, and additionally, Crown, like you can leverage the trade aggressively and you can actually win lane with Crown.
Canyon is in the area. And we'll see whether he is going to try and stay.
I don't think it's perfectly fine because
going to move in. Canyon
I don't think there's like some obvious choice here. Like Ludens is not that great, and Liandry's is okay-ish. Like Liandry is obviously the better DPS option, but Crown does give you a lot of options to trade with.
Charger from Deft, as Gumushi will get a fair bit of damage down. Not afraid of this Kai'Sa right now, as Ona going to get that Bramble Smash onto Canyon.
Gumushi has to be careful. I mean, the only reason I feel like Deft didn't go for that was the lack of mana. But with ult, it's so hard to play the 1v1 as the Xayah, because Deft can use the ult to reposition, and then if you flash for the feathers, he can flash too. And if you don't hit the feathers in the 1v1, you aren't winning from that point.
Yeah. Ooh, the chains are going to be broken here. They're going to miss.
All right.
And there's the flash out.
This is so big.
He's going to stay alive. Kellen's running for it, but he's three-man quickness and grand entrance that there is no follow-up for. So unfortunately, it doesn't get enough done. Still, no one's going to die on the top side, and there are a few summoner spells now on cooldown.
You know, that play from Kellen, might see a bit more here.
Yeah, Faker is, this is not your turret, Faker, as Showmaker is going to get the flash. It doesn't work out, and now Faker is going to have to take the other side, and he will be all right, at least for the moment. Still, Canyon's moving over, Shock Blast coming in, and can Faker find himself and execute or some sort of avenue of escape? And the answer is no, because Showmaker will just hit him with a couple of auto attacks. That is going to be the solo kill for the Azir.
Alright, not gonna lie, these two deaths from Faker are very problematic, guys. Very problematic. It's a big acceleration here for blue side. It's like kill on Azir, kill on Kai'Sa.
This does feel like a bit of a resurgence for Showmaker. I think that a lot of people had Showmaker's play under a bit of a microscope for this game.
I don't think they'll enjoy the wealth of this gold though before third Drake.
Was just a little bit too aggressively positioned.
I'm very greedy, going for the plate before he ran away. If he just instantly left, Showmaker had already used his dash to get in range. I think he could have just ran it off, but committed to go for the plate, and sure, you get that extra gold, but you give over 300 in return.
Yeah, it doesn't quite
They will enjoy the gold of these deaths though on third Drake. On the second Drake, not so much.
Not even towards 1,000 just yet. Rift Herald.
I don't even mind if Daman choose to trade map
at
this and coming into this one.
And Canyon is on the bottom side. It might just be a trade as the Chemtech Drake is going to spawn. Thank you very much.
But there's no flash on Faker, so maybe they're gonna look to just punish him. Oh, it's like they are not that much weaker. It's just that on Drake 3 they'll be that much stronger. Like on Drake 3, they'll be insanely strong.
Yeah, but interestingly, D+ not really prioritizing it, opting to go for the bot tower instead. I feel like, especially when you see a Chemtech Dragon, you know.
I think it's cool to prioritize Herald as long as they placed on mid.
Not the worst in the game, so
yeah.
You'd think that they'd want to prioritize that, but I guess maybe the lack of mid prio here and them death.
Breaking the mid turret with Rift is going to be a big deal. Gumayushi getting chip damage. Gumayushi is such a crispy player.
Just gave too much space.
They are going to get first turret blood, and that is a bit of extra money. But ignoring these dragons completely is an interesting choice to make. Canna doesn't have teleport. Zeus even has his, and he's closer to this fight. As now, D+ moving in. Another Glacial Prison going to come through, but this Drake is going to belong to T1. And they'll just walk their way out. Trade some ultimates from some junglers, and it's going to be an Ocean Soul today.
Yeah, it could have been worse for the side of D+. If it had been something like Hextech, definitely would have felt like a disaster. But Ocean, still, I feel like there's two factors to it. One is that the poke from the Kai'Sa going to feel a lot less significant, but also the Ocean map is fantastic for Maokai.
Yeah,
so many more brushes for you to throw saplings in, so definitely not feeling the best about that one. But yeah, I think the lack of TP for Canna was a big factor in them not going for that. But
Hello, welcome
like,
everybody.
They focused on the bot tower, they wanted to defend their top tower, but in return they gave over the Dragon and the Herald, and now T1 could really easily just look for an angle to throw down the Herald mid, break up in that mid tier 1, and be in such a good position.
No, exactly, and they didn't even need to use the Herald to get Drake priority, because D+ kind of just weren't interested in taking that one down. They're going to need to in 4 minutes' time. Pay some attention. Soul Point is going to be important, and like you say, there's poke on both sides, and so being able to mitigate that for either team.
There we go, 2 goes silent landing for Kai'Sa. I wonder if Zaya will be able to match.
As his crown does get broken, but still, if he's able to take the local gold from 2 turrets in these side lanes, this Azir will be very, very powerful, moving towards his Nash's Tooth now. And even with a crown build, if you become like, you know, an item or 2 ahead, you're going to be still very, very powerful.
Yeah, I think the main thing is compared to like Leandries, you aren't going to cut through the front line.
DK lost this, right? We don't know yet.
In terms of
it's like they have gold on right people. Maybe like if the next Drake, the weird thing here was right, T1 managed to secure Herald, which they will place on mid, and they got second Drake. So this is the part that is so strange to me. I don't know how this was the conclusion, you know.
He's gonna have his grand entrance interrupted, but just uses it again. Once it comes back off cooldown, he will be all right.
They could have Maokai out here, I think.
Vision himself.
Quick reaction from Kellen just to pop the ult immediately, but realistically, T1 are happy just burning the quick.
Oh, that's a flash pulverize. They get the headbutt onto Deft here as well. Lit on fire, trying to keep some alive, but it's not going to work out as Gumayushi does come in. We've got a trade though as Faker just smashed into the wall and will be taken down.
What's happening, man?
T1 can transition into this mid-outer turret, and they have Shirley to help them out.
Yeah, ideal scenario for T1. Obviously, D+ going to pick on the top side. But the Herald means the T1 pick is so much more significant.
Gumayushi runs this game, guys. Gumayushi will carry this game. This kill and these turrets will now make sure that he has Navori Quickblade coming into the next Drake fight, and I think he will completely win it.
Trying to get some work done as well, as this inner turret is going to eat up this entire wave. So it's not all bad news, and they still hold on to a gold lead, but it's moved back to that 1,000 gold, which honestly doesn't mean all that much
is definitely a thing.
Tower picked up as well, and despite the fact that we saw a rough early start for Zeus, he's pulled ahead in CS, Gumayushi's pulled ahead in Def, just uncharacteristic mistake, out of position here.
Oh, his carry is turning on a dime as well.
Yeah, just a great read. As soon as he sees him, goes for it immediately, doesn't give him the chance. And bear in mind, no cleanse on Deft.
Kriya's played well this game.
Against the Maokai, definitely risky in here. Faker just clipped with the edge of the ult. Great play from Canyon. But in the result, in the follow-up, T1 definitely winning out. They're still down in gold, but look how much gold they have on Gumayushi, who's got 2 kills and nearly 220 CS before 20 minutes as well. Zeus, who was behind the lane, really fed. The only person who's really struggling right now is Faker in the mid lane. But I'm sure he's not too phased about that.
Nope. This was
if the cooldown was like 15 or 10 seconds less on Crown,
not too worried. Still, if he gets picked off a few too
then
many
this item would be so fucking broken.
To dictate the pace of these team fights later in the game, then you know, that.
But now with the current cooldown, like you don't get it.
Valuable for D+.
Don't get it on waves.
In a few of these other fights actually figure too much out. As there's a Hex Flash headbutt pull from Carrier as the Nature's Grasp comes down. Canna is going to be able to press that Dominus button as Deft is doing his best.
All right, Deft is punching. Oh, they get him over the wall.
Picking up another one. That was a beautiful defensive play from D+ Kia.
Yeah, really well played there.
Yeah, Injustice Hunter works on it for sure.
A lot of summoners burned from the side of D+, so they want to start the fight immediately. They don't want to give T1 a chance to group up again. With the jungler down, T1 have to fight.
Yeah, Owner and T1 definitely overextended through this little hole here.
To see whether Faker can land a few more of
but Gumushi has no ult, no cleanse.
This one, Canna doesn't have Dominus, but he's still
Damon, Carrier, no ult. Oh, can we fight back? Deft is in the pit, son.
Full health, Aatrox is trying to get this one done. Deft is already dead.
What the hell?
He can't do anything. The Baron still up and alive, and D+ just overstepped.
Holy moly.
There's no other way to explain it. The call wasn't clear. They stayed on the Baron for too long.
The timing and the flank on Zeus was pretty fucking good.
But also, Canyon leaves the pit, leaves Deft alone in there.
They just need to turn, like
an absolute death sentence.
They just need to turn.
They're not even phased by the Baron. They'll just take the free dragon in return and put themselves in soul point.
Yeah, now the game is very difficult.
Less dangerous option here at this stage of the game. And in game number one,
they have to just fight. They just have to fight.
So do or die, it is very important. As T1, they went for the engage.
They don't finish Nash when the enemy is looking at them. They have to just fight.
D+, but then they try to take more than they can afford.
Yeah, they overcommit in the choke, and you can see that Gumishi's really cautious about pushing up there with people over the wall. But here, look at Deft in this situation. Gets left in the pit by Canyon, and what can he do? You know, gets jumped on by Faker when he's already low HP. And
all right, round two.
I guess so. I mean, Deft had his ultimate available and just didn't have a target that he could get to, I guess. In that last fight is now T1. They're going to throw
Canyon
down
should
the
die,
Nature's
you know?
Grasp. Showmaker and Deft do manage to get out of the way of it, but Canyon not going to be so lucky. Pull back,
My
still
goodness.
does have the aftershock. And so therefore is going to be able to survive for the moment, but another world ender comes
down.
The
Shy.
Canyon is dead.
The Shy
is just a freight train in these fights. Still, Canna is able to sidestep a few of these abilities, but that is no jungler now for D+, and the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah, T1 potentially going to look...
Oh, there's another flash from Carrier. Doesn't quite get the headbutt in the place that he wants there onto Showmaker. Does go down, but he is still dead. Canna trying to get to that backline as Faker. He's going to try and kite out the crocodile, and he will. It's a double kill for Gumayushi. Deft is going to get stepped on by Zeus, and T1 will even take a blue buff as they head back towards this Baron.
Phenomenal setup on the Baron. Clear out the vision, and they have Carrier looking for the pick. Showmaker had ult, and he didn't even get a chance to use it for like the first 10 seconds of the fight. I'm not sure what D+ are going for here. I can't really justify this. They're just feeling desperate. You know, it's game one of the best of 5, and yet they feel like they're desperately trying to force this Baron for no clear reason. Canyon just ends up getting demolished by Zeus. And the follow-up fight, they move back, but notice they ensured that the...
Yeah, I don't get the provocation on Nash.
Carrier finds a beautiful angle. Showmaker doesn't get...
It's like Damon Drake, Damon Drake, Damon Nash has been terrible this game. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
And really nicely played. Like, look at Gumayushi, he's just completely untouched.
Yeah, and picked up the bounty on Showmaker as well there. 5-0, 245 CS. Whoa. Pretty strong.
Yeah, I can see a cliff there.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind if we went Kraken this game, you know. If we went Kraken, Kaiser would. It's like.
As the Infernal Chains come in.
Would have been alright.
Yeah, I was a bit worried actually for D+. I'm glad that Zeus let them live.
And you know, the Renekton's behind, and he is the primary source of AD for this composition. D+'s comp is so AP heavy with a damage profile now. Hexstring can come out.
Showmaker, Canyon, frauds, guys. Carried by Barrel, carried by Ghost, carried by Nuguri.
The Aatrox are losing the top inhibitor tower as a result. T1 just playing this one masterfully.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic. They're now 5,000 gold in the lead. Over 3K is the Baron power play. And it's setting themselves up for this Dragon in 2 minutes' time as well, quite beautifully. 1.5 minutes left on the Baron. They can continue to find more advantages, maybe even get themselves a top inhibitor, the best one, if you're going to be setting up around a Drake. Right now,
I don't know if, like, I think that should just went to Kraken. I've already
like some of their other games where later in the game, the calls just aren't as clear the plan isn't quite there for how to pick up the victories.
Yeah, and it definitely felt like they were concerned.
I like LDR here instead of BT for Kaiser.
About T1 potentially getting set up, getting momentum. So they're like, okay, let's just force Baron. But the plan and how
I think you can also consider just buying a little Tutski of MR
in this game, and now, especially against a Maokai, especially on an Ocean Rift,
fucking Thord mail Sejuani.
When every brush you're just gonna get chunked out by and spotted, or there could just be an Alistar waiting.
Yeah. And
there's healing reduction.
Basically been waiting every single time.
They're reductionating all of the healing.
This Alistar has been absolutely incredible so far this series. Definitely my front runner for a POG. This one, as kind of trying to catch this wave, Kellen doing his very best to try and get some counter vision. Zeus gets more of Malmortius. 3
Can they FF?
Full item ahead of Canna.
And they shouldn't.
I just don't know how
they have like a solid 2-3% chance to win this game.
Zeus moves into immortality.
Yes.
And they just really won't be able to cut through him. He'll sustain so much. The more shield means your 2 carries are gonna have an even harder time. I think D+, I don't think they win it, but I think you just have to try and fight here. I think if you let them get the soul, it's even more doomed than it already feels.
Yep. And you got not a lot to lose.
Nah, this game is insanely hard.
Then, I mean, you're probably just going to get sieged and destroyed. And so I think fighting for it is going to be the option.
I think Zeus can get away with looking Aatrox like this.
Shock blast there from Faker.
Against Relic and Seju.
Cyrilda's.
He's just the geode.
Big spike for the Jason. You know, Faker's had a rough game, picked out a lot, not doing the best in the laning phase. But now the damage is really coming through, and
look, 3-item gap.
Approach, you're just gonna get poked out, but the dragon's already gone.
Yeah, it's just
that's so.
And now you've got Showmaker having to move back towards this bottom side because these minions.
Should I take a nap, guys?
Knocking on the front door. D+, I think that they've ran out of momentum, ran out of steam. Too many mistakes in a few of these team fights. No real option now. 3-level advantage for Gumayusi. Like, he is absurdly far ahead.
That much of a level advantage between 80 carries. That's when you just know it's doomed. That's when you know it's just so hard. This Xayah is so strong, and they're looking for a potential flank angle, but it's a Sejuani with a Renekton, but against a Xayah. How are you supposed to do anything? You see Carry is already playing bodyguard.
And they're on full vision as Grand Entrance does fly forward. Gumayusi's Featherstorm has already been used as Canyon's moving in. Showmaker trying to find an angle. He is so much of the damage. Kind of a shooting gallery here for D+, but Canna gets over the wall and Zeus just executes him. This Aatrox,
that's an attempt.
You got to keep your eye on him in these team fights. Void Seeker is not going to find him there, and now with a man advantage, T1 are going to press forward. Inhibitor number 1 is going to go down. Faker presses W. That's going to help him grab that one as Carrier doesn't find the headbutt. Can't quite get to the pulverizers. There's a twisted advance. Ona goes so far in
GG.
and will just get destroyed. Good flash there from Deft to make sure they get that one. But still, 2 inhibitors for Ona. You probably take that if you are T1. 55 seconds on the Baron. So Ona will have 20 seconds to hoof it over towards the pit.
Definitely a mistake by Ona there. I feel like they could have just played it patient, you know, have a hope. This engage attempt from D+, I don't argue with the theory behind it. You have to look for something, but you're just not going to make it work. Gumayusi pops the ultimate. Zeus just annihilates. Kind of look at all the healing that's just constantly coming through. No one ends up lower than here. You already get the inhib. You could just play for poke. This just felt like a bit of an overforce from Ona. So
all right,
Walter. The one thing is that they burn the summoners from death. So if that was the game plan here, then I think it kind of makes sense.
What do you think of the level, Yamato?
D+ to push in on Baron. You can see already.
I think there's like some good things mechanically that I see.
Summoners from the Kaiser. If you sweep out
like,
the vision here, it's going to be even harder.
Mechanically, I feel like Zeus,
Baron, that's game over.
Zeus, Korea, and Gumayusi have played very, very well.
D+. They haven't really been able to get
but in terms of their setups and so forth, I feel like Damwon makes it rather easy. I like the flanks from Zeus.
It's just gone.
I think it's
I really like the flanks from Zeus.
There it goes. So Ona going to be able to lock that one down. Now D+ are looking for a team fight. The Carrier, he's found Kellen, their key form of engage, and he just gets destroyed. The defensive ultimate from Canyon is decent, The D+ is still going to have to get out, and Zeus is so fast as he moves towards them. Permafrost does come in. Deft trying to find some autos, but look at that Q3, and Zeus will not be silenced. The Dustblade makes him untargetable, and Canyon is doing everything that he can to escape, but he's not going to be able to stop this Nexus from exploding as T1 look dominant in the later game and will take down D+. The first game of this best-of-5 series.
Felt like a pretty silent game from Canyon on this one. Not the best performance from him, not able to get it going, but T1 looked back in form. Carrier in particular had a stormer of a game on this Alistair, making constant plays happen.
Yeah.
This is such a great one to lead into a series. You talked about at the start of the day how some people are thinking once one team gets the momentum, this will be a very one-sided series. Well, T1 definitely looked like they had it off the back of that game. Just very clinical, very clean, completely took control. The only one who really suffered was Faker, and we know he's not too bothered about taking some deaths.
Nope. I think that his ego is almost unbreachable at this point in time. You can do whatever you want. He'll say, how many trophies do you have? And they will be less than him.
Always.
And like everyone. Forever, probably. So I think that it's absolutely fine. I think that a 0-2 power spike is something that D+ should completely understand when it comes to Jace. They had Noguri for all those years, and they knew all about it. And he still did the most damage in the game outside of the Kai'Sa, who we know is broken. So, I mean, it's just Jace things, but he was still absolutely relevant.
And ultimately, they couldn't find the momentum for Deft. They couldn't get him ahead far enough. Top jungle, we had this high priority on the Sejuani with Renekton.
And 3 jungle bans, and T1 probably wanted to play Maokai the whole time.
Yeah, I think, as much as there was definitely gameplay issues, I think the draft is the first thing I'd look at. To ban 3 jungles and first pick Sejuani and you give over Maokai Jace, not a great plan.
Yeah, don't think so. But it is now time to go to a short break. We will have the space to break down that game number 1, and we'll see whether D+ can bring us to a best of 3, or whether T1 are looking for match point. See you there.
네, 뒤태도 아질 떴고 아질 라카부터 괜찮아 라카 잡았어 계속 갈만해 아질 뒤태 찍었어 나 뒤태 찍었어 나 뒤태 오케이 괜찮아 한 명만 뒤태 아질로 맞아 노플이야 노플 초식 있고 아질로 볼게 아질로 맞아야 되거든 아질로 도고 카이사 노플 그죠 나이스
가보자
가보면 나오시도 본다
나는 킬 먹고 싶어
아 이거 아닌데? 타워 앞에 죽는다 나이스
my city.
쉽죠? 31일 만에 선발 출전 메이커가 돌아왔습니다. 아래서 관문 돌파.
Hey, welcome to the space for the first breakdown of the second series of playoffs. D plus Kia loses the first one in favor of T1. And guys, did it play to the expectations you had coming into today? So far.
Well, I mean, yeah, my prediction was a 3-1 to 3-2 rather to T1, and I was like this was kind of the reason why. Like DK was definitely falling down towards the end of the regular season, and I wasn't able to see from them from the team how they play the game just as a one man basically.
Yeah, they were one man at some point in this game, but not in a good way. They didn't really know where the one man went. And I do think that we also saw a lot of the weaknesses for T1 that have been kind of plaguing them. But their mid game is so much more cohesive now.
I mean, that's the thing. T1 has been struggling for the majority of the split. They've found themselves again together lately. And D+, it feels like they've never found the consistency we were expecting from them. So with this in mind, let's take a look at the draft here and compare both approaches. And guys, tell me if you think that going into this game, this is what you expected from both teams, draft-wise. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, if you see the draft-wise, I think for sure the D plus Kia brought it the Sejani, the Renekton top side, even Azir into Jace in the early game. Everything looks great, but the thing is we couldn't see any further the snowball from the D plus Kia from what they had from the advantage from the draft. It's just was not there. It wasn't enough. Especially against Maokai, Aatrox, even Kai'Sa Rakan. Obviously they were losing themselves on bottom. There was a lot of factors that wasn't great for going through the DK.
And I actually think the D+ draft is completely fine. I just think they played really poorly. Like, this draft has a lot of power. Obviously, you give up Jace Maokai, which is a combo which has a very success, but we know why it's strong. Kaisa, I think, is the better trade. I think Guma definitely is a better Xayah, which is why T1 prioritized it. But you don't use your Sejuani at all. And then your Kaisa gets caught. It's all execution for me here.
I like that you mentioned execution, and especially coming from the bot lane. So if the first highlight is ready, let's roll it, because Deft, some difficulties here I feel. And how did this impact the rest of the game and D+ vision also, Huni?
Yeah, I mean, as what exactly the Chronicler said, like it was like really, really important to time. Like, you could see, like, basically everyone, like, just based on vision, he just went from pink ward, and it's like he's leaning towards the enemy wall side, and that actually triggered the Keria flash Q, because as soon, I mean, this honestly, it was like really great play by Keria as well. There was no single hesitation, and the problem is like Deft not having the cleans, or like just he can't ulti out. But after that, they actually just got Herald down on the mid tier 1. It was like the game was so free for T1 be able to just like keep snowball, even pop calm. Like, it was like there was no tier 1 anymore. That means like you don't have a home anymore for when you're poking.
You don't have a home, it's harder to set up vision, and it ends up in D+ over-forcing and forcing plays. Let's roll the second clip that we have here around the Baron, because they lose all the Drakes in the early game. They have to come back topside and force this Baron, but that's just not it, Chronicler.
Yeah, and I don't know why. This draft is really good in the late game. You have Kaisa, who's free third item, and Azir, who is fed. You don't need to hard flip a Baron. If this is a Renekton Italy comp, you know, you have a Jason mid, you're playing like a Kalista. I get it. Yeah, sure, try to flip the Baron. But back to back, they flip for no reason. And T1, obviously, I think T1 had their own issues in this game, but I do think that their team fighting has looked a lot better. And if you just give them free layups like this, it's not going to work. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah, I mean, Keria has such a fine, extremely well the flash angle as well gain, and it's like, it's like the same as what Chronicler said. Like, basically, if they want to flip, just flip together. Like, they just don't. They are flipping without any single plan, so like they actually lost like middle of the game, like what they need to do. Like, that's actually just killed the DK like completely.
Perfectly flipped Barons that we have here. Thank you, production, for this. But let's elaborate a bit on what D+ Kia needs to do, maybe, to stay afloat here. What are the bare necessities? What are the win conditions? What do we want to see better on this side of things?
So, Kenyon on a carry. I think that they didn't really utilize the strength of the Renekton and the Sejuani, and I think Kenyon on tanks has just looked way worse. I think Showmaker actually did look really good, which was kind of a relief after how bad he played in like the last week. Looked really, really rough. And yeah, mid-game calls, Uni.
And I mean, it's just like basically it's just around the old objects. Like even the Drake, it was like 100-0. Well, T1 just got extremely fast. The Ocean Soul and with the poke comp, this game's over. You can't do anything.
And if they don't change these things, I don't think this will be a very long best of 5, which is really rough because we know individually what the level of D+ is, and I think it also shows why they played Kellen or Bible rather in the past, even though it didn't work.
And that's the thing, it feels like we've been saying these things over and over again when it comes to D+ Kia. We know the caliber of players, we know what they're capable of. This should click as a team, but it still doesn't. Let's stay on the winner's side here with player of the game. You guys chose Keria, I believe. Let's see if the rest of the panel agrees. It's nice to see Keria back in this form.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty obvious one. Like, he actually cut the people, like, really, really well. I mean, even before this one, Kenyon was, like, hesitating, was trying to block the bolt duo, like, towards the back to bottom after they lost the first Drake. And that was what Keria started. Like, he actually did the 3 flash 3 times and just end the game, basically.
I don't know how many good Keria games we've gotten in summer thus far, but it's not a lot, right? And but I think that he's just been having really, really big struggles with his form. And it's really, really makes me very happy to see that the form is still there, right? And I just hope he's able to maintain it. But highlight games like this used to be every single Keria game. And I think this POG, very deserved, as everyone collectively agrees. We do have to get the silly little vote in there.
I know, man. Like, what's going on?
Okay.
What's going on?
That's the usual. That's the usual. Wouldn't be a bug vote without media trolling. DK is gonna stay on blue side. Do you agree with this decision they made? I think it's the good.
Yeah, draft was fine, just different direction.
And for different directions, I think the blue side still has an edge on it, so you gotta keep the blue. Worst case is you probably go red at the last game. At the third game, rather, if they lose on game 2.
If it doesn't work, we'll see about this. For now, T1 leads the first game, so back to casters for game 2.
Thank you very much, Laura and the gang, for the breakdown of game number 1. And here we are to see whether it's going to be a best of 3 or whether T1 claim match point. I think based on what we saw in game number 1, even though, you know, D+ Kia get side selection, they remain on the blue side, they can make some adjustments. From what we saw on the Rift, I don't know, man. It's a little bit of a worry here for D+.
It wasn't convincing, and the thing is as well, I feel like, you know, we talk a lot about the impact that them wanting Bible in because of him as a voice. Yeah, he's just been the one saying, don't Baron. This is a terrible idea. And they're like, no, everyone's like, we should Baron, we should Baron. He's like, no, don't. And now with Kellen in, they're like, there's no one there to say, don't do stupid Barons.
Yeah, instead, Kellen's like, yeah, I'm not there. I'm not going to engage with it. You do you, Canyon. Have a great time over there.
Yeah, not sure what's going on when they started those Barons up, but either way, it was definitely a mix of maybe some weird draft priorities with the gameplay.
Yeah.
A lot of things fixed up, but it's game 1 in a best of 5, right? It's a bit too early to get doom and gloom. Not a great start, but this is where we'll see if they can bounce back. I think ultimately, 3 jungle bans, jungle phase pick, and to give over Maokai Jace, not the best plan we have seen.
I think, honestly, I think that
Baldur's Gate, yes, we're gonna play some Baldur's Gate.
Probably, yeah.
So, if this is Poppy by Maokai, or if they first pick Maokai, then it's fine.
These are all valid things, okay? Well, they banned, they're not good, so that means this might well be a Maokai first pick coming out for D+.
Unless they do exactly the same thing again. Okay, never mind. They're just going to do the same thing again. So, one pivot they can make if T1 decide to go with, you know, Jay Zaya again, which, you know, we're running it back, guys. It's just a straight run back. It could be Kai'Sa Maokai. And then, Owner does have to dig into his bag of tricks. But instead, it's just there's some
Whoa! No way!
I never expected that to happen. Well, I'm
no way, man!
Amazed by this concept.
Can we check to see?
What are these DK bans, bro?
Okay, there's the adaptation.
Oh, that's something new. Okay, it was a replay. Yeah, sorry, we got a bit confused there. It looked like it was the exact same draft as last game.
Yeah.
Which is weird considering our comments.
That one's prepped, dude.
T1 have changed.
Acorn is smoking crack.
You know, they prep for game 1, and they're like, you know, they're going to use the same homework again. It's like at school when you submit an essay, and then you get some new homework, and you just put the same one in, maybe tweak the title, and apparently it's still valid.
Lazy teacher, not changing the syllabus at all.
Yep.
As Rel and Na were the bans last time around, now it's Rel and Alistair.
That was the problem.
Yeah,
right?
because Zeus looked completely uncomfortable.
What the fuck did I come back to? Is this a recap?
It's a weird situation here. We'll see whether D+, with their stubbornness, it is going to bite them, or whether it is going to be a success, as the Renekton is going to be considered. Now, if Canna decides that he wants to go towards the Rumble, they will have not very much physical damage if a
They'll
draft...
have even less.
Yeah, if draft is going to be considered the same. So, the Fiora consideration...
Just pick Narcana, like, who are you kidding, man?
As there's Azir once again.
You know what's even funny?
Basically the same draft.
It's not just the fact that they pick Azir, but they hovered Fiora again into the Azir pick. It's like they're going through the exact same...
Isn't DK into with 3 first bans? I think so too.
And then they pick Cassante, which, you know, if you're picking the Sejuani, I feel like you want to go into that top jungle with confidence and pick like something that can really benefit from the passive. But instead in this situation, we're getting the Cassante, which has been more of a neutralizer, generally speaking, in the lanes we've had. So,
and doesn't do damage. And so they're going to run into the same problem once again, where they've got full magic.
Well, it's even more severe because they don't have a Renekton.
Yeah. Braum is going to be the lock-in, though.
Braum?
Into
I think Braum is not good here.
Yeah,
Braum is kind of useless.
On the defensive.
I don't like Braum here.
It's a weird one because typically you don't see Braum into Rakan much.
Yeah,
Rakan is a
don't like Braum here.
counter because it's very hard to stack up the passive on him because he's so mobile. But it's clearly in line with the theme that T1 went from game 1 and here, is that they are playing this defensive comp. It's going to be hard for D+ to approach to get on top of them. I feel like without the Renekton, you know, the Renekton's role was to
You know what I would like here? I would like Milio.
So I think they might
Milio would be cool,
play
I
a
think.
bit more around Def's poke, but the condition here is I feel like Def and Showmaker need to be super strong this game. I think if D+ fall behind, make any
What's wrong with R5 round to deny it from your enemy?
To push in when they don't have the Renekton on top of
that,
to be someone who can find those flank angles. So, you know, this could very quickly turn into a 2-0 for T1 with 0 adaptations really from D+ other than the Alistar ban. Would feel rough.
It would, and it also feels even more rough.
I don't think Braum is just. I don't think Braum is good. I don't think Braum is good against Kaiser. I don't think Braum is good against Azir. I think Braum doesn't like. If I'm Kesante, I don't care either. I think Milio would have been clean here. I think Milio W for Jace and for
series, but it's only then that they get to see
and for the other Bruder Musas. If Jace, like Milio for Jason and Zaya is pretty damn good. And I think you can deny Seju and to deny
whether D+ Kia can play around it or not.
Deny Rakan pretty well.
All right, I don't need to worry about which side of Lore Park I'm on to understand that the T1 cheers were a little bit louder. Feeling pretty good are the fans after the victory in game number 1. And let's see whether, you know, Deft has to flash at level 1 or anything like that is going to happen again.
Oh, no. I've seen the adaptation.
I think Blue Side,
you know, it wasn't
Blue Side has improved their draft from the last game.
It just decided
based off of the existence of this Braum.
Playing against a champion with a point-and-click route as a normal ability and a big AoE ult that covers.
Is this the meme that Chicken Girl has ruined LCK?
Not fun without cleanse.
I mean, the support was changed to Braum, who does have a stun, and now the top laner is Renekton. So instead of a bunch of knockups, there's now a bunch of other stuff. As Faker is going to dive forward, has to flash.
It is a great ad.
He's going to lock down Carrier. They do manage to get the passive proc, because of course Braum.
It is a great ad.
But still, I think that is a decent trade here for D+.
The lesson is someone is winning Flash level 1.
Yep.
At the start of the game.
And we're trading between teams each time. And so
but Deft,
Faker going to draw the short straw.
Always limping into lane, but it's all good.
You know, because T1 obviously burnt Deft's Flash, and then they won. So maybe there's something going on there.
Yeah.
Am I watching game 1 again or what? No. Don't you see the nuance of Braum and Kesante being the new champs?
Battle Cruiser operational.
Thank you very much for the T1. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 6 months. You're the man. Or woman. Or whatever you want to be.
Level 2 advantage.
It's 2023, baby.
Not having a fun time in this matchup.
Whoa, that's a flash forward from Carrier. Okay. The grand exit comes through there from Kellen.
Okay.
And,
optimistic.
Not quite that much follow-up
optimistic.
From Gumayushi. So,
actually, pretty fantastic from Kellen to block the kill.
Very optimistic.
If that had hit Deft, I definitely would have been cleansed at least as a result. So, the fact that Kellen blocked it,
I really need to get a haircut, guys.
A lot easier as the Rakan.
My afro is getting
difference maker, but looks like we're getting that painted engage Braum in this game.
It's something that Carrier has had mixed success with, and most of the mix has been on the negative side, unfortunately. Showmaker.
Yeah, Faker had to TP back because they're level 1. Like he was in trouble already.
Was subbed out, so maybe Faker's there to say, like, do it the same but better.
If you do watch Faker play, he's barely watching his own lane. So, you know, wouldn't surprise me. As cannon misses a cannon. We're going to get the zoom in.
Atlas with the subtle flame, I like it.
He will not tolerate you missing a cannon. He will zoom.
Yeah, Faker loses lane because he barely looks at his lane.
To get back in lane after some rough trades. So right now, Showmaker just wants to play quite aggressive, trade health as much as possible, and then he can reset, TP back in, and have a massive advantage in the lane.
What's the problem?
I'm kind of hoping that we see Showmaker go a little bit more of an aggressive build as well. I think that the Crown did get a fair bit of value in the last game, but if they can allow Showmaker to have more upfront damage in these
Jack, I'm in the
fights,
call.
it
If
will
you're
be
coming.
really important.
Yeah,
and Leandri's would help them do Baron a little bit faster as well.
Yeah, especially when you have such a tanky front line, and Deft is overstepping.
Hello,
Yeah,
Jack.
he definitely is. He's going to have to flash, and there is the passive. Deft is going to be taken down. Owner tanking the turret, and he is
You can tag in and out. You're welcome to do as you please.
He's going to try his hand at
You
taking
can
down
queue
Faker. He
and
doesn't
come
have
and
flash, but
then
he
drop
does
some
have a bit of a head
knowledge.
start as he moves towards the brush.
Yeah. Do you like the Zaya Braum combination here?
I don't like the promo 5. I don't see the point of it, honestly.
Still just barely gonna be out.
Wow, Kai'Sa's actually going AP. I thought she kind of had to go 80, but AP is way better.
They went AP last game too, or like the Ginzu variant, and they had pretty much the same draft, but
yeah, that's true actually.
But they just had Renekton instead. Yeah, I'm not so sure.
You must have known, right, that Owner was on the bot side of the map, and yet
I think the Braum is strange.
Yeah. What would you rather pick, Nautilus?
I think Nautilus would have just been better, yeah.
Tells you everything you need to know about that setup. Like, you know, if Owner
Because at least in my mind, I think Braum is pretty bad against Rakan, and I don't think it does too much against the likes of Kai'Sa and Azir. And the top side.
Yeah.
But maybe Braum is just OP with Emax. Like, if this is your lane condition.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the case, to be honest. Because this champ, it just takes so little damage.
Yeah.
And there's just definitely not going to be enough damage.
But I don't think the lane should be this hard. That, you know, they're getting really fisted. But I feel like Gumayusi is back.
Gumayusi, like he never left. I feel like everyone left except Gumayusi.
Yeah, I guess.
But I haven't watched all of the T1 games really this year, if I'm gonna be honest.
I've actually, LCK is probably my least watched region.
Oh damn, okay. Oh shit. Well, Faker had flash, no? Am I crazy?
Yeah,
alright.
And it works. I think my most watched is LPL, and then it's LEC, and then LCK. I mean, it's still more than LCS, but I'm just not counting LCS.
Yeah, the LCS is in those demon hours. Your routine is too good for LCS.
Yeah.
You're like eating a bag of Doritos.
It's also like if you're gonna stay up, then it's not gonna be for LCS that you're staying up. For me, at least. Like, if it was like LPL or some shit, or a good LCK game, okay, maybe I would stay up. But I don't know. To watch NRG, I think I'm okay.
Between Canyon and Showmaker, but still, you can see that the CS advantage.
When do you usually wake up? What's your schedule like?
There are other things that they were.
Right now, I've been waking up at 9, but I prefer waking up a bit earlier. I feel like I'm at my best when I'm waking up at like 8.
Okay.
I want to get back to that, but it's a bit hard because I'm like following the gamer sleep schedule a little bit still.
I see. Do you even get games at those hours, or do you like just do
no? But I like
routine?
doing like my morning routine. Like I like working out in the morning, and then I'll be like ready to game at like 11ish, and then there's a lot of games.
I see. That's good. You cover all the grounds, and then your mid laner takes pictures of you when you're in the garden.
Yeah.
Move on in, and spots that something is afoot. Okay, there's the flash forward from Callan. Gumayusi gonna cleanse
this
now.
Works?
Glacial
No way.
Prison comes down. Carrier just standing next to
they couldn't, no?
Permafrost is in.
Wait,
does manage to stun up Desires. Carrier looking for even more because they have a tree on the way. It might have
Oh my god.
Oh.
Is not going to be there. And there is the hit back
bro, this was...
3 versus 3, some low health bars on both sides. As Canyon dashes forward, Killer Instinct.
Oh shit! Oh!
But Deft is going down in the end.
Okay.
Getting the other
Really sucks that Kai'Sa didn't get any of the kills. But...
Yeah.
Still felt so down to the wire.
She only got 1 assist. How?
That is so strange.
Such a close one, and we see the Flash W. This play felt very weird. You know that Carrier is going to block it, and you also know that Gumayusi has cleansed, and yet they still go for the play. It very nearly backfires.
This is so overforced.
Owner comes in, but Deft has 6. And
okay, let's see
like,
here.
we're going for this play, and look how clutch Carrier's shield is. Nearly actually
Let's see
saves
Canyon's timing here.
Yeah, the flash forward.
Okay.
The Braum blocks all the damage on Xayah, so she doesn't get assist on the Xayah kill.
That could have been a 3 for 0 if he wasn't so quick with the shield there. Ultimately, it's still favorable for D+, but not as
Okay,
much.
this looks pretty bad for T1, I think.
Hextech, Dragon early.
It's like, they're already on, they have a wave on bot. There's no TPs. K'Sante, Swap, and Drake. Like, Kaiser will be hitting. Setup looks very bad here.
Kaiser takes tower so slow.
You're not going to push nearly as fast.
Oh, she doesn't even hit?
Hit?
Whoa. I thought she'd hit at least one, you know?
Yeah.
And then like Rakan can make sure that like K'Sante doesn't get dove on the same wave and it's fine, no?
Yeah. Yeah, that's surprising.
It is kind of wishy-washy, but generally Renekton is ahead at this stage, and then, you know...
It's actually funny how game-changing it would be if Kaiser just got kills.
Yeah.
She could maybe take a plating, she would have like static here walking to this lane.
T1's bot lane, but we actually see that she's gonna
now the swap is so late, it's like Zeus gets so much.
Yeah, now they're swapping back. Like they lose a wave bot, Zeus gets a plate. Oh my god, I hate it.
And this is kind of the thing that happens when one side has the Herald, you kind of have to respect.
And now they could Herald bot again, but now they want to swap back, I guess. But then K'Sante just hasn't farmed for a minute straight. Like now K'Sante's like, please, I want some botsias. And now we're gonna hit
now
power.
He does it.
Ooh.
Shows on vision, so Deft realizes that there should be an
he commits deep as well. Okay.
But now he has to go for another wave, I think.
In order to consume the
Can't base now.
Showmaker still having control of this mid lane, and this is the one.
Alright, Renekton's gonna get more platings.
But now he's not in time for bot wave.
They're gonna herald
They're gonna lose full bot tower.
Dangerous.
Oh my god.
But still,
holy shit. They're getting completely dribbled.
on Deft, but he's not going to be out of time. So Gumayushi
oh shit.
well, lining the pockets.
That's what they're fishing for. That's what they're trying to do with these results around the map. Is find an easy opportunity to get some gold injected onto Gumayushi, and they managed to hit their objective there.
Played gold has diminishing returns. Yes, yes.
Obviously, junglers both having a fair bit of gold thanks to those 2 kills, but I feel like Owen having an early demonic definitely a big difference maker.
Yeah. And we do have the cull cashed in.
Oh.
Okay, Glacial Prison is going to go wide. The knockup comes through from Kellen, though, as Carrier wondering where he wants to put the door.
He's holding E, old man.
The option. Still, Deft. Oh,
they use so much.
Killer Instinct not going to be opted into. Knew that it was going to be his life for the enemy support. Probably not worthwhile. Moves back down towards this bottom lane. Carrier going to be able to go back.
Faker also was not punished. Having no flash against Azure Flash.
Bro, Canada's down 30 CS because it's... Oh!
Cathian Rain doing a little bit more than that one turret shot did, so wins out on that trade does Deft.
It's just Faker micromanaging Damwon and T1.
Legit, man. He's telling Gumayushi, okay, Deft is halfway to bot right now, you need to swap back in 15 seconds.
Expect teams to be putting some resources over there. We can already see that D+ have a pretty fantastic spread of vision in the.
It would be funny if it was like this is what the community believes, right? But then in reality it was just Poby, like he's a 17-year-old, just jumped into the lobby and was like micromanaging everyone, like tilting them out of her mind.
You guys are fucking trash.
No one could play.
I just bought this.
Yeah, Poby's just toxic as fuck.
Exactly, I'd have a conversation as far as...
Yeah, owner, go clear some camps, dude. Don't come mid.
Dude, like his owner, like the owner of T1 is just his uncle, you know? Just...
and then maybe it's the delivery company's fault. I don't know.
You have to blame on the delivery company.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Boris is actually there though. You know, in the shop. So.
Yeah, you bought it from the shop, and then you blame the delivery company.
If they can hold on to making sure Xayah doesn't base.
Yeah.
Like Braum lost HP, so Xayah couldn't contest the wave and base for Kraken. Maybe they can hold on to this, they get a little Infernal. Maybe they have some chances.
I think Kaiser can hit a little W here.
Renekton is winning by a decent margin now. Actually, much larger than it was before. Might explain the 400 gold advantage that T1 does have.
Well, they lose the wave at least, but I don't think they can win this Drake fight.
Wonder if Faker has item as well, he can just TP back. Probably not.
He should, no?
Pretty good position and
How much is
30 CS and 2 plates, what the fuck?
Compared to last. We do see some plates being picked up though for D+.
Yeah, they get one mid. Will they be able to get
Yeah, the gank hurt.
Actually, Faker might TP bot here.
There is a teleport
yeah,
immediately.
he
The
does.
teleport comes down. Faker.
But it's not gonna get anything, I think. Unless Deft is not watching his...
He uses Faker as a taxi out.
He was watching his monitor.
Nature's Grasp is going to find Deft, but he's now too far away. As Canna
And Faker didn't have item, you're right. Wow, he's down so much gold.
As D+, they're going to look for the Crocodile first.
Zeus is so strong. No item for K'Sante.
T1, they form
It's weird.
phalanx. They are now on this dragon. Taking a fair bit of damage. You can see Deft now without
I think
the ultimate. He
T1
does
is
have
favored
flash to
here.
get over that wall.
Yeah.
He'd like to, but not going to be doing that. He's going to need that.
So I think
Oh.
Faker's steal. Yeah,
The
it's
dragon
good, it's
just
good.
gets interested in Canyon, and Canyon presses Smite.
And I think you just take that if you're D+.
Big.
Despite the fact that the...
Yeah.
2 drakes.
Very big.
Oh my... You know, I wasn't even...
Oh, seeing the 3 Merc press on enemy team, man.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
sorry. That's on me.
Man.
I am playoffs as well.
Yeah.
This is actually really
This
bad
bot tower
for
is
D+,
gone.
because their
Just
advantage
leave
they
it.
have in the early game is the 2 dragons. And
Oh,
now
no.
they get scammed.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, I respect it.
Alright, a little cleanse.
It was a flash for cleanse, but...
Good news. Also gets the
I thought they could hit that a little bit harder.
But having to use flash.
But maybe they were scared of Sergio, I'm not so sure.
You do have all of the
But I
Yeah,
thought they saw
would just
Sergio.
get the tower.
Yeah, I thought they would
Yeah,
just
they
commit to the
had a
hit.
ward on enemy jungle, and Maokai was behind.
So is he like Ria, he blocked the static ship out, I believe?
Yeah.
So the wave was sturdy?
This is...
Oh shit, okay.
Okay. Oh, they have TP.
And Carrier, he could be in trouble.
Okay,
Does still
I think
have
T1
flash
is just
available,
dead.
Yeah, just they should just give themselves up.
Gumushi is up against the wall and just
Wow.
taken down. That is
Alright.
Just the goat.
fifth ones there in
Deft is
trade.
indeed the
Deft,
goat.
Flash and cleanse. As Callan getting under
Maybe
the
T1 knew this all along and then they just...
capable of diving this one.
It's worth actually if they lose mid tower at 15
So
minutes.
out of turret in trade for the 2 kills in the bottom lane, and they
I
also
feel like
were
losing
able
mid
to take
tower
the outer
versus
turret.
Jace,
So I would
you're not
say
really happy.
kind of working out all right.
They also should also lose Herald and top wave.
So I guess in the end,
No, they're doing
kind of
crap.
okay for D+ in that one.
Yeah.
They got Herald, yeah.
Oh, unless this Rift Herald
I think this play is kind of good for T1, to be honest.
Yeah, the outcome is good, yeah.
That's not happening. Okay,
Jace also gets to push top, like he's in position already, will base for last plate.
D+ obviously going to
Yeah.
benefit from the extra
Holy Faker's
gold, but I
helping
think
so much on
T1
Rift.
Taking down that mid tier 1 is definitely a big factor.
He's a team player, bro. You wouldn't get
Carrier
it.
blocked the shiv, so he can't kill the wave, and then Deft.
I'll do like one
I
rotation
guess
and then
part
go
of it
top
was
wave.
baiting, but definitely don't
Yeah.
feel like you would have had to burn the flash there. But here, double TP, just a death sentence for Gumushi and Carrier.
The guesses are so T1 biased.
Yeah.
I haven't been listening. What have they been saying?
Been a Showmaker in the mid lane to try and defend, but I don't know whether he would have been.
Or is Crowley talking about us?
Yes, and Faker and then Ono turning up pretty much immediately afterwards. This also,
Yeah, but T1
just
dies, and we're like, oh my god, this is
three
so good for T1.
goes straight to that W. You know what I'm saying? That would it would be glorious if we were to see it. Carrier absolutely learning some of his previous errors.
Whenever I watch LCK, it feels like T1 are like the main characters. They could even not be playing, and it feels like they're still the main characters.
And you reward him with a Chemtech soul.
No. Gotta make sense. It's like
I just, you know,
T1's fandom is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go
Yeah.
so far as to say
So
terrible.
actually, I would say he has been rewarded with a Chemtech.
I didn't feel it as much because I was there during like the height of COVID and also the height of like T1 actually not being that great.
I mean, for me, I think the most annoying thing... Oh shit, Gumushi is dead.
Alright.
And I think that one are out. Or...
Oh.
Yeah, they're out, I think. They can't chase that.
Yeah, there's nothing here. They're chasing demons. I didn't see where Ono was during all of this.
I don't
Like
know.
it looked like Owner opened on top side, and then his... I don't see how Owner could ever be late on mid in comparison to Faker.
Yeah, I mean, Faker TP'd.
Ah, I see, okay, that makes
But it
sense.
was such a bad TP because it was full top tower, didn't get anything, it was a really reactive TP. But I think
Okay,
for me
okay.
the biggest thing that was annoying about T1 casting was they kind of had the G2 effect where like if they were losing, it was like, oh, they're limit testing guys. You know, they're just like they're not really taking it seriously. And then, you know, they would like flip a Nash and come back in the game. It's like, oh, it's our T1. They always find a way.
I've always been out of the loop, bro. The amount of times I watch LCK with this Korean cast, they are delivering exactly what I want. Like, it's very rare. Like, there's like some casters that have like good analysis, like on the level that we would want it. It's like Kadro, like Kadro is like very relatable to us. And then there's like the majority of casters are more relatable to the majority of the player base. So I just don't listen to cast most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I like the LCK casters, like Atlas and I mean, I like Atlas. Who other are there? I can't remember.
Aux?
Aux is fine, yeah.
I like Atlas. Atlas is such a good dude too.
Yeah.
It's a sad Drake roll for,
I mean, that
for
Wolf
Lucid.
that Wolf guy, I remember I think I only remember him from the LCK is the hardest region to win because you have to be the best team on every patch or something.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man.
MSI winning MSI doesn't make you the best team in the world.
Yeah.
Got a free dragon. Yeah, they don't care.
No, because you know what I mean. Oh, okay, there's a Glacial Poison going to be traded for Gumyushi's Featherstorm. Means that any potential fights upcoming are going to be a little bit dangerous. And what I was going to say before is a Chemtech Soul is like, we're guaranteed to have Elder fights.
Yeah.
Or flips in this game. Because, yeah, like you say, no one really minds about the Soul. Being a little bit extra tenacious is...
Yeah, of course.
I really wish they'd do something about Chemtech Soul, man. I think it's like, it's not only the weakest soul, but it's also the least exciting soul in the whole game. Like, you don't even feel it. Like, even if people said like Cloud was weak, but the impact is really noticeable. You're zooming, you're so fast, it's fun.
Cloud is really OP, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually weak anymore. I think like it's Chemtech, then it's Ocean, and then in some games I think even Infernal is weaker than Cloud.
Yeah. No, 15% move speed is nuts. And then the duration of the R thing is way too much as well, I think.
But just my point is like every other soul, it's like you can really feel it. You can see the impact. It has a cool effect. It has like something. But Chemtech is just like a little stat boost that if you didn't know you had it, you wouldn't know. It's like, okay, I survived at 5 HP. Oh, I guess this was Chemtech.
Why would you do that to me?
No, 100% agreed. It's very strange. It's like on that topic as a whole, I'm kind of annoyed with Riot because they like sold this Chemtech. I was like, wow, look what we're adding to the game, but it's like they just fixed their fuck up in the first place, you know?
Yeah, I feel like they just really wanted to have Chemtech and Hextech from Arcane, but they didn't really know what they wanted to do with Chemtech. It was so OP before. Okay, this match is terrible. What are you doing? Just place. What the fuck? It's good.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
To come through from Kellen, keeping himself alive.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see the replay of this. I was thinking about Arcane.
Yeah.
They want to keep T1 out of this
How did Owner die?
Oh man, you are making me so nervous.
This is very tense, and it kind of worked. I'm not sure it was the best game plan, but it worked. So that probably means D+ are going to keep doing this for the rest of the series.
One thing that I don't understand. What happened with the game that you can play full AD comps and full AP comps and it's actually playable? Yeah, this was not playable before. But now it somehow is. Like you see full AD all the time, like the Jay, Sejuani, Renekton, and Xayah, for example. And you see, like, this Damwon comp is practically full AP. It's like, okay, you have Cassandra 80 damage. That's like the most cope thing of all time.
You need to define before. What is before for you, Jake?
I don't know, 3-4 years ago? I remember before that point, like, if you were full AD, it was insta-loss pretty much.
I think, well, at least in the past, there was the people were very conscious about penetration spells. Like in the past it would be like you play like Renekton and then Nasus jungle and then you just play full AD because you have the shred from E and Black Cleaver being strong. Full AD has always been okay. Like I remember having a lot of discussions and then just going through history, it's like full AD has always been okay, because it's like spell damage, like Tabi is strong versus basic attackers, but spell damage doesn't get affected by it that much. It's like it's 25 armor, it's not that big of a deal. I think the full AP case is rougher because of Merc's existence and the existence of way too much CC and like the need for it in most cases when people draft.
Yeah.
I definitely do think that the full AP comps are fine in the context of as long as you're playing champs that don't get affected by Mercs same time. Because for example, if you play Azir, I don't think you really care if people buy MR, because like Void is a very fine item for you to buy. But if you play, for example, Syndra and you have to pivot out of, let's say, Ludens, you're gonna lose power, or LB, you're gonna lose power.
Yeah.
Because Mercs double dips so hard against you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Because it's like Maokai, as a solo AP, it's not necessarily only the damage, it's also with the fact that Mercs are so good against Maokai, and not having Mercs is such a big win. I remember there was a good example of like Astralis, that game they won against G2, when they had like Leona, Sejuani, Renekton, Irelia. It's like Sejuani, Leona, if you don't buy Mercs against this.
Yeah. I mean, that game they were like full AD, but it's like a good full AD game.
Yeah.
And this game, I think Damwon are like full AP, but it's not a good full AP game.
For sure, no, that's for sure, I agree. Especially when you have options to go Kraken. I don't feel like the Kraken build is that bad for Kai'Sa. Like I kinda like it, but I understand to some degree if you want to be hitting some W's against the enemy team in such a game. What would you go in this game, Jack?
I was thinking he had to go AD because otherwise they're full AP, but maybe I need to, like, so Saya will get Maw, Jace will get Maw. Renekton can buy MR third. I don't know, I think you have to go AD, no? Like, but the thing is, AP Kai'Sa is so much better into Xayah because she can just not interact with her feathers.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to interact with Braum either. I don't know, it's a hard one. Like, AP for sure is way better this game. But they can all just buy MR.
It's also like maybe the additional layer is like, because they have tanks, buying MR on 3 and them delaying LDR is pretty bad. Okay, Santa's late.
Deft is
they're gonna hit it.
Pretty Nash.
Gumayushi is just channeling base. Alright.
Fine.
Wow. Okay.
This is a really good Nash. I think it was because they saw Kai'Sa was and really like caught midwave really far.
Yeah.
So they could just pull the trigger. But T1's always been really good at taking Nash.
Yeah, like Gumayushi, like buying Mao, while I think it's good, it's like delaying LDR is also not, it's like rough.
Yeah, that's one thing I feel like that's changed a bit with the game as well. I feel like before, you could itemize more defensively early. While now on ADC, you kind of have like a set, like 3 items that you build every single game, even if they're full AP, full AD, whatever, you know? And I felt like, at least I think before, it was like you had, before the existence of mythic items, I mean, you had like 1 or 2 items that you had to build, and then it was more up to you.
I like to think if there was like 2018 people playing Sion and Ornn still, but the majority of top laners were like Aatrox. I like to remember if there's a correlation between like that and what junglers and top laners are being played.
Yeah.
And look at this, like, control ward path.
Imagine if Donald had Cloud Soul, and then they would have contested this match.
Towards a Baron pit that is now empty.
This Camtech Drake is such a sad role. It's so sad.
Is moving towards the negatives, relatively fast.
They could make it like dynamic in some ways. Like, let's say when you drop to 20% HP, you just can't take damage for 1 second.
Like, yeah, let's not put you on the bounce team, I think.
The numbers might need to be tweaked, but let's say like you just can't take damage for like half a second. Like you just.
There's one guy who had a good take, I think, and he said, Camtech Soul wouldn't be bad if they changed how it worked a bit. When above 50% HP, you get 11% damage boost, and below 50%, you take 11% less.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I think something like that would be good, where you're always getting a benefit, but it's like the benefit is changing based on your HP.
That's interesting. I like that.
The Maokai is not exactly pumping big numbers. It's very much like the heavy AP D+ against the heavy AD T1. And speaking of that, look at the items that come out from Faker and Gumiishi. Both of them.
See, it's still like I don't know if I'm looking at Jace here already. The commitment to Mercs, I feel like that's enough. And then you just slam Cyrilla. I think you lose a lot of value here.
Yeah,
because you're coming into this to the final fight of the game without pen. I'm not so certain.
Yeah.
And I feel like with this Kai'Sa, with the change to W, it's like all of your damage is really loaded heavily into your passive. And I feel like you should be able to distribute your like the Kai'Sa W is hitting you or not hitting you on Xayah well enough for you to not want to feel forced to buy MR. Even though I get it. It's like I feel like Xayah is buying more MR for the sake of being able to trade hits with Azir more than anything else.
Yeah. Now Xayah has less Whisper. I don't know, I think T1 can easily win this Elder fight.
A little bit more team fight here for DK, I guess. But
it's like K'Sante and Sejuani should be very tough to kill, especially with Camtech Soul.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really important who gets set up on the objective first, who's able to
But we shall see.
Both Faker and Depth.
That definitely hurts.
Significant damage at this point. So need to make sure you're getting that down.
It's so weird to see the 0-3 Xayah have a 400 gold bounty.
If you allow them control there, it's going to be really rough for D+ from that position.
Were you here when we had this conversation? I got memed for saying that he has concentrated gold. I got fucking memed on by dumb. Yeah, it's concentrated gold. Yeah, the game is really good. The problem is explaining it.
Separated by the extra stats from 4 Drakes and this Camtech Soul. It's not exactly massive. Will mean that they'll be doing more damage the lower they go. I think for K'Sante, Camtech Soul kind of feels alright if you go all out.
Pretty good for him.
That's kind of dope. But T1 are going to move towards this Elder Drake.
These people are going to find like an explosive plant.
Might be a bit of a Hail Mary.
Zeus is clearing it.
Looks for that flank angle. Mega Cone
yeah.
Base, okay. Very good.
Okay, that didn't do much damage.
Poke War being won by Faker.
If Kellen's there, he can
Oh, this is gonna turn into 50-50, no?
And now can get behind as the Nature's Grasp comes in. They line up behind Canyon.
Yeah, I guess
so.
Gets spotted by Kellen.
Oh shit, the Drake resets for no reason at all.
Kellen?
Oh, Kellen!
How did he get past the Renekton? Nah, I need to watch a replay.
Wow, how did he get through the Renekton?
That's the sussy gameplay from Renekton there.
Oh!
No way.
They're gonna end, yeah. Wow, Kellen!
Wait, can Owner? No.
Holy, Camtech Soul kept him alive.
Yeah.
Elder for Nexus trade, we see it again. Never a good trade. Ultimately, T1, we see a phenomenal fight from Kellen, able to shut out Gumiishi, able to take him down, get him low enough that the follow-up's there. And that is enough to claim the fight.
I'm gonna go play solo getting.
Go for the Jack.
I'll talk to you later, alligator.
All the best. Good luck in your games.
They will even out the series. It's just a best of 3 that we've got to look at here. And we were nervous, right? Because you come into a series like this, you
holy moly, look at that.
Nothing in your game plan. They only decided to not ban
no
Star,
dumb. Good luck in your games.
POG in game number 1 for T1. And that was enough adaptation to look much better, actually,
I mean,
in this
feel
game.
like the big
Wow, give us a replay. Give us a replay, guys. Come on.
When he was enabled on the Alistair,
right.
picked the Braum, couldn't do as much, and also gave a phenomenal lane to
Star, and they banned Alistair instead, who got...
final
And there's too much magic resist. It will be something worth considering. 1.5 minutes until we have...
Holy, bro, they really took it personally when we said that their
this Chemtech Soul.
The Drake setups were not that good. Yeah, Faker has been a bit of a known factor. How did Kellen get through? How did Kellen get in there, by the way? How did Kellen get in there, guys? Where did he find the angle? Show us Kellen, please. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god! Holy shit! I got a Messi. Oh, he has the ball. He dribbled him. Oh, he's looking to score. Boom! Right in the top corner. Oh, that's crazy. This got dribbled. Holy moly. Oh shit.
Very much Elder value is coming in as D+ get a clean ace after giving over the Elder.
Elder for Nexus trade, we see it again. Never.
Wow, Kellen, what a pop-off. Now, let's see like the game-breaking point. I feel like that Infernal Drake was so big. Like that Infernal Drake steal was massive. And then the double kill on bot accelerated Kai'Sa just to the point where she needed, and then the heaviness of Jace being so far behind was so felt after that double kill bot. I thought after the Swapperoos, the T1 was in the clear.
Could be. And just taken down. That is 2 swift ones there in trade.
They were banking on getting.
Faker has been heavy these games, guys. Faker has been very heavy, bro.
But then they're like, hey, let's do
Elder. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Faker was legit a non-factor. I have to say, like, I don't know, like, I think that the itemization of T1 really limited them.
They may lose Zeus, but maybe that'll be worth this. Ogumushi caught in the back of the pit, does have to flash.
Just get away with murder on this. D+ just pressure.
Holy. Holy. Alright. There's still a gauntlet for T1. Everyone in playoffs, you get a gauntlet, everybody gets a gauntlet. Everyone gets a gauntlet because the bottom teams of the LCK are so consistently shit. They all have 0 points. Oh, bah. Bah. All right, let me check what I can do for breakfast. Let me see what I can do for breakfast. Is Keria not banned these games? No, it's not. Green Brew is 11:30. People need to stop associating society norm times to everybody on the planet. Breakfast is a compound word of breaking fast. It means the fast that you began as you went to bed is what you're breaking. And that means the first meal is always breakfast. That means lunch. You don't know anything. Bro, this person who's playing Valorant on my screen is so bad. What is this ad? What is this ad? I'm back, my friends. I'm back. Call me David Beckham. Alright, let me show you my haul. I have a yogurt. A yogurt. It already has honey at the bottom.
Welcome back to the space, as it seems like we're gonna have a series. I don't know if it's gonna be a good series though, but that's gonna be a
lower base
series. And I feel like we have two themes going on today. The first one being poke when it comes to compositions, the second one being flips. We'll get to the flip part later, but let's talk about the compositions because we had some expectations as to what we think Canyon should play here. Didn't quite land, but it's a bit of a run-it-back situation besides stuff.
I actually think it's a way worse Sejuani draft.
Yeah. Have you been playing Baldur's off stream? No, I'm going to be playing it off stream with Elena when it comes out on PlayStation.
Kind of run it back. The Renekton for Zeus ended up getting like a, 30-40 CS lane and side lane, doing really well. Obviously, Cassante is supposed to go behind a little bit, but that was a lot. Like the casters, we did not love the Braum here. Keria showcased early on that he flashed just to try and get a gank off early. And even though I think that he did actually play a lot better than the last time, I think the Braum just makes his composition really awkward because you lack the go buttons that you need. And that D+ hasn't been able to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, the D+ Kia, they banned Rel and Alistar 4-5, and then being ends of just Keria put on the Braum situations. Like, that's well done. That's well done, but from T1, we gotta do, like, a game. Like, what T1 needs to do to win the next game.
Is that a fucking Rolex?
That's it. Like he's not it. Like
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
And
Don't
also
do
the
it.
thing is like the D plus Kia as
You
well
know what, I
also
don't know,
focus
bye.
like more individually, like not only like actually mid lane, because like the Azir against Jace is like no matter what,
If
you're
I
just
become
winning, having, like,
as famous
constantly the lead
and
it's,
rich
like, as we said it, the Showmaker
as I will dominate,
form, like that was the most important. If Kana actually just step up a little bit more, I think that'll be like way. It's gonna make the T1 way tougher.
Yeah. For me, it was kind of an opposite situation in the sense that what we saw from D plus Kia during game 1, we saw from
Is that a
T1 here
Rolex
during game 2,
Yachtmaster?
And I want to talk about the early game here.
I think it might be a Yachtmaster.
If you can talk me through what went better on this side of D plus Kia this time around.
So they still started Baron.
It looks like a Yachtmaster, no?
At 21
Look, guys.
minutes.
Step by step. Yeah.
They did, yeah. But they didn't lose the game there this time, Hooney.
Because T1 actually decided to lose here.
Oh, Hooney!
Like actually, like I think they already pushed out like the D plus Kias are out of the Baron. Like they're done with the flip. But like no, we're not done.
Yeah, we're gonna play. We will play Baldur's Gate after LCK series.
He's doing great damage right here, but doesn't matter.
And right there, you see, like, if that is, instead of a Braum, a Nautilus, or an Alistair, like, they go in, they bomb that fight, or rather, D+ gets bombed in that fight, they take the Nash, and the game is over. But what instead happens is it isn't even really a flip, it's just D+ hard force T1 to make a response, and without Carrier playing a great engaged champion, T1's like,
What do?
What do now? and the response isn't great.
Yeah, you don't have any ways to answer here. You were mentioning flip. I want to mention the second real flip of the game, which is the one that gave D plus Kia the victory here. I'm sorry, we need to have you make.
Oh, again.
Take it away, bud.
Amazing flank.
Angara Messi. Kellen has the ball. 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 Angara Messi. Oh, dribbles past him. Right past the defense. Is he offside? No, he's not. Gumuyushi not paying attention. Boom.
And also not pressing R from Zion. Gumuyushi, that's a little bit not.
Yeah, Guma had a really bad game.
Brilliant.
Canyon who actually forced the cleanse, but Canyon should not be able to hit the Zion.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's like, you have plenty of people who can stand in front, and then it's so funny because I feel like the objectives themselves don't end up being flips, but it's still a macro flip because what they're doing is basically saying, we are going to 5v5 now, and whoever wins this 5v5 wins the game. And that's the macro plan for both teams in like the entirety of the series. Just was like, start Baron, start Elder, and we'll see. Do we win the fight?
Well, I mean, still there was a takeaway like from the T1. As soon as they lost Drake's Soul, like they actually just recognized like a D plus Kia just extended their tempo so badly.
Yeah.
They used the turn like so like multiple times. Like that's why they instantly recognized that, oh, we could actually.
Don't tell a man to show his cat on stream.
That's why the flip actually happened in these Elders. So both teams still know how to play. Like Summer, you know. They gotta beat the balance.
It's there.
It's there.
It is there. I'm more worried about Hooney's sanity.
Alright guys, I'm gonna send some ads so we don't get them in Champion Select, okay?
Let's focus on positive.
Just use your primes, or just close your eyes, or use ad block.
Of course it is. Can it makes sense, honestly. He was really clutch with the Rakan engages, both in lane and later on.
Yeah, and I really want to give, again, credit to Callan. Callan, to me, is a really interesting support because for like the last, ever since he was a Nongshim with Peanut lineup together with Dokdam, this is a player that has never been at the very forefront of our best supports, but he's so consistent. And I really think that I give a lot of faith when coaches want to try new things. I think trying Bible was fine, but the shot calling for Deep Boss looks the same, you know, with or without Bible. I think it's not great one way or another, but Callan, moments like this showcase you the talent that this player has, and I think that he was really crucial in actually getting them the win.
Yeah, I mean, especially like game 1, the Carrier got it, game 2, Callan got it. I think today is actually just great support day, so like
playing really well.
You guys gotta make sure to not put on Braum both teams. Seriously.
No Braum.
Don't draft it. Don't draft it here. T1 will be playing blue side though this game.
Picking Braum into
focus on maybe one in mind. What do you want to open the
picking
draft
Braum
here?
New draft
into Rakan.
We get different
Illegal,
openings
guys.
because the side swap.
What about the exact draft like just just traded? Well, I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, there were a lot of positivity, so I believe them.
Try something new. We'll see the approach both teams have
Do you
here.
prefer Patek Philippe Nautilus or AP Royal Oak? I'm not gonna lie to you, Big Jeff.
Thank you so much, astronauts.
TPs
for the
and APs.
of game number 2. Yeah, we
trash watches, by the way.
Enjoy
trash watches.
Super a lot.
I'm not gonna lie.
I also really appreciate some of the POG voters just looking at the winner of the game and saying, "Oh, it was D+. Must be a Canyon vote."
Yep.
He also played pretty well.
He had the most POGs in the regular season.
Whoa,
so they have
really?
To him, yeah.
Ah, that's how it goes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This stuff right here.
Some BBQ chicken here in the audience as well. They want to get to their KTX, I believe. We'll see whether they will have enough time to get there. If it's a 5-game series, maybe the Silver Scrapes is So they want to make sure that they can support T1 at finals.
Hey, what are these fucking prices, bro? What have they done to themselves?
Got a long time to be sad before they're jumping on that
at least they'll have time to maybe get a refund on those tickets or sell them on someone else.
Bro, usually these guys...
This game here, not as important, right?
Well, win Champions League to win Champions League.
The next two after that, if it does come down to it, because we do have match point on the line, but both of these teams are tied up 1-1. For the first time, though, we will see T1 on the blue side. They're going to be banning away the Tristana. The Kai'Sa will be respected this time, though.
I think that's
They'll ban the Nico as well.
That's so weird, though, because T1 were, like, hard prioritizing the Xayah when Kai'Sa was open, so...
I mean, Gumayushi has played the most games this season on the Kai'Sa and has a 30% win rate.
Wow.
So it hasn't really found as much success for T1.
But then again, T1 had a bad win rate in general.
They did. And second round robin was where the Kai'Sa really started to take off.
Yeah. I am just interested, though, because, you know, I assume that T1 would just want to prioritize the Xayah despite this, but maybe that's the game plan, is that T1 first pick something else and D+ take the Xayah with no Kai'Sa available could be the strategy. We'll see how it ends up panning out. Third ban they're pondering on for a while, and they go for the Vi, so...
What will Damwon do now without all the jungle bans?
And yeah,
I mean, yeah.
What will they do without all those jungle bans?
Relatively
unsurprising?
Unsurprising, one could say.
That's why I don't get the Kai'Sa ban. Like, if T1 on red side before were prioritizing Xayah over Kai'Sa, why do you think they would change that?
Azir
Now
Maokai.
you're just in a position where they pick Xayah and you're like, oh, well, we don't have Kai'Sa. They could potentially lean towards like the Varus.
Azir Rakan.
I think Rakan has to happen, at least. It could be Rakan and then Maokai, perhaps. But Rakan Jace could come in as well, like you were talking about.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Or is it Rakan Maokai, and that sort of makes Faker less likely to pick the Jace? And also, last time Showmaker
Steph Curry is actually shaking in his chair right now. He's like, fuck, T1 are actually so boosted.
It looks like they might just go towards the Azir.
Okay.
T1 might just take
He's like, damn.
Here. Although maybe they've changed their
I bet money on this series.
Mid lane's not been going as hard.
I'm crazy.
Matchup, but then again, Maokai Jace is pretty good.
It is. And they can make the adaptations that they're looking for. They could also lock in and engage support for Keria. This is also a flex. Like, Keria could be playing the Maokai as well.
Nah, it's the exact same draft.
A bit of that engage angle.
We saw Beryl originally bring it out specifically into Rakan.
Yeah.
As when he W's in, you can W him. The untargetability means you dodge the knockup. And lock him in place. Okay.
Okay.
These drafts have been a little bit against what I would expect.
This is Renekton on 3 or Varus on 3?
When it comes to the decision making, it's been very curious. As Rel Jungle.
Gorilla!
Rakan Jungle.
Gorilla, don't do this, Gorilla!
Going to be the consideration here. That's a lot of engage.
This is so...
Varus or Renekton, please.
I feel like this is kind of weird because...
What the hell?
I feel like part of the power of the Rel is the flex. Like, you can pick it early, and then the enemy team doesn't know what to ban. By taking the Rakan and the Rel in the first rotation, they know Rel is jungle, so they're just going to ban 80 carries. And the 80 carry pool, you've already lost the Kai'Sa, which is good into Xayah. Sivir's now going to get taken off the card. You could see the Varus banned away, the Zeri banned. Like, it just means the Def's pools can get targeted more. So what that suggests to me potentially is that D+ have an 80 carry pick they think will not get banned no matter what.
They're playing
Kalista.
On that.
Pray that they open Varus.
Wouldn't get banned.
Varus for death. Varus for death. Varus for death.
Maybe that's just what they want to do.
For death.
It does give Kellen
I mean, death.
More
Not death.
One thing we have to remember is that the teams have full autonomy.
He has Ezreal though. He has Ezreal as well.
They're allowed to pick what they want.
That is very.
Oh, what the hell?
So they do end up banning out the Zeri. So
Kog'Maw, maybe?
Lethality Varus?
Cassante 80
like
carry?
we're only really seeing Kog'Maw with Braum when we're seeing it. And
Holy,
it would
Kyria's
be
gonna pick.
cool if they decided to go Rakan top.
Yeah, Rakan top.
That would be a lot of engage. And it looks like they might be leaning towards that Maokai in the support role. The Poppy, phenomenal value here.
Time to Braum.
Everyone on the side of D+.
Stand behind Braum.
Yeah, and that means they flex the Maokai into the support role as well. Ona thinking about... I think
like
Poppy
the Poppy.
is
The
a bit
Poppy's
of a no-brainer.
so good here. And you have Poke,
Is that just a Maokai support or what?
But opting to go for the Corki instead. Clearly, the thought process is the matchup with the Jace wasn't going so hot for Faker. Like, look, just pick Corki. You can scale the old school matchup that.
Alright, is this a Maokai support?
Every so often.
Yeah, and now Deft with the last pick. What is he
Are we picking Lethality, Varus, or Ezreal? If you pick anything else but those two.
Draven, you could just go and Draven it if you would like to. I think now Kalista is even worse. It was already bad, and now it's even more bad. So Varus is going to come through. That is going to be the answer. A bit of added poke there. Does mean that now they will have a more equal damage profile. Do kind of like it. But it does mean that the theming is a little bit weird for this composition because they've got dive, 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 and then Azir Varus.
Yeah,
I think Deft is like one of the best.
Composition.
One of the best. One of the bestest
is incredibly
Varuses.
tanky, right? You have the Poppy, super tank, Maokai, who's pretty bulky.
What's your garlic, baby?
And then an Aatrox, who is just going to keep healing through
What's your garlic?
In terms of the damage D+ have, you have what is likely a lethality Varus, because it's all we've been seeing recently. You have a Azir who's...
No, Lethality Varus is really strong here.
With ourselves.
Yeah.
You don't have the most damage in your composition, and as a result, I think if it comes to late game 5v5s, if you're not ahead, I think D+ might end up struggling. But we saw Showmaker win out in the laning phase in both the previous games. Deft with the Varus is a very good matchup into the Xayah, so maybe they can easily find a way to get that early lead, carry that momentum. But I think if we get to late game fights, Faker brings in the package, you're going to have a bad time.
I think you might be right there. I think there's a little bit more
very good matchup
on
into the
T1 side when it comes to this draft. So much
definitely wouldn't get
way too dank moment. Give me 1 second. I'm just posting a meme on Twitter.
I think out. There's no dive, and then Azir Varus. Have an eclectic
I'm not really sure.
On their hands here. Very interested to see what Deft's keystone choice is going to be. We'll get a lot of ideas as to how it's going to be piloted based on that. But let's jump into game number 3. Thank you very much to Wolf and to Khan for leading the fan chants here as we jump into game number 3. One of these teams is going to walk out with match point after this game. Faker on the Corki. We're back to good old Corki Azir. We didn't mention it that much in the draft because
I kind of like red side draft here.
The most exciting. No. Is it? As far as
draft has been kind of a non-factor. It's like one side gives up a kill or 2 and 3,
when the Shiv build,
and then there's a Nash flip.
And then was pretty useless.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting
to
see if that pans out in a similar fashion.
Good morning. How are you doing, son?
We'll see the impact.
Great, and
that
you?
is the thing,
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a good time.
How struggle in the 5v5. But I do feel like they are going to have Showmaker.
I was streaming on Discord.
Exert some early pressure on the Azir. They're going to have that Varus in the
Damn, Corki, really?
Also finding some purchase. So
my little Corki, yeah. Zerathos banned, and Faker has been griefing on Jace.
Yeah, and D+ have just been notorious of like
1-1, yeah.
Yes. I'm worried about Cassante into Aatrox.
They're just not afraid to put themselves in.
Yeah, this is new patch Aatrox.
Yeah.
Holy. Yeah, Aatrox should fucking 1v9, man.
And that is once again what's happening.
But is it Dustblade or Gordrinker build?
And Gumiushi, very
probably Dustblade.
We've seen these Xayah Maokai lanes quite a bit. And this one actually feels even better.
I think Corki's fine this game.
I think this champ's so shit, bro.
In this game.
I think it's not the strongest.
Ever since the package changes, man, like where they made the cooldown higher, like changed it at least.
No, it definitely is worse than it used to be, but it's like Azir's lane phase is not so strong early. Like Corki has some room to deal some damage.
Oh damn, Ona made a big mistake here, no?
This is interesting.
I didn't spot, what did he do?
For his opponent's blue buff, but wants the gank instead.
He invaded and
oh
then...
shit.
Oh my
god.
god.
Wow, he has QE! He has QE! Holy shit! Oh no! Bro, Faker has been rough these games, by the way, like, completely rough.
Like, Ona went for invade on blue and then he had to basically go away again. Okay, now he's invading again. But Canyon wins this, no? Yeah. Bro, this is so bad.
The owner cannot let him do wolves. He needs to keep going. Whoa, Faker lost all HP as well.
Oh, well, there's been a lot.
This puppy is doomed. Like, wait. Is Rakan coming? They can kill this guy, no?
Best of 59.
Oh!
Incredible. Owner is going to win it this time. Does get the step
okay.
As Kellen's moving over.
Owner the boneless.
Is here as well, though, as he shifts the sands in, gets the flash out.
Okay.
Going to hit the Rakan in the back of the head.
This is crazy. I didn't expect this to happen in the LCK game. So much fighting.
There's some there's early game action into one team is winning, into give up every objective, into flip Nash. That's how the games have been.
Okay.
So we'll see if Canyon's able to make his way in.
Flip Nash, yeah, 50-50.
It's like not really 50-50. It's like T1 use like some kind of information. When Damon do Nash, it's definitely 50-50. Holy, Showmaker just 1v2 them. He keeps the freeze too.
Yeah, so strong, dude.
Showmaker, playmaker. Yeah, I don't know about this match up top. I really have no info on it. I need to talk to Whip.
I think it's I think it's like jungle dependent, probably. No?
Like in my mind, it's like K'Sante has a lot of dashes and has counterplay. But I feel like you can just chip away at K'Sante's HP bar with Aatrox eventually. Because I don't think that K'Sante should be able to find all-ins against Aatrox. I think you just poke with Q1 and you just take it easy.
There's no way escapes after that. One of the powers of the Azir is not just the fact that he's a strong laner, but also the mobility. That you can often
I mean, the problem for dumb one is later on they can't even kill the Aatrox with jungle. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Rel K'Sante do enough damage.
Very healthy, but neither is Def. Doesn't have that many.
Well, I'm happy that Def got Varus. His Varus is special.
His Varus? Yeah.
His Varus is really special.
It's lethality, right?
Yeah. He should go lethality this game 100%. Especially like with the Duskblade variant of Aatrox, like this champion is killable for sure. And then Maokai will be paper, and then Xayah Corki. Like he's not gonna trade auto with these two ever.
I actually think Maokai supporters is really broken. But I think it's really hard to play. That's why we see it rarely.
Hard to play?
Yeah, I think so.
There's the flash forward from Carrier. Deft is going to cleanse it immediately.
Don't you think so?
I think it's one of the easy ones to champs to play. But yeah, but when he does this, then
yeah.
What can I say, you know?
I just think it's really easy to run it down, you know. That's what I was about to say. But
it's definitely easy to run it down. Yeah. A lot of supports don't have the patience to never use W.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It would be crazy if T1 just get out of playoffs now. It would be too funny. I was gonna watch Dom review those games. It's gonna be the best. I can just hear Dom's face. So here, look at the best super in the world. Look how he just flash W's here. He's actually doing it because in his mind he wants to make sure that Varus doesn't have cleanse for the upcoming Drake. So it's just a brilliant play.
Bro,
Owner does have teleport.
He just destroyed him on top.
Going to have that teleport disadvantage, most likely. Let's have a look at this replay once again. We'll see whether Owner is actually channeling Hex. No, he's not.
Nah, you can't do this.
He's disrespecting Death, thinking he won't cleanse or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd have to get so deep into the lane.
Yeah, those down one jackets look sick, by the way.
Yeah.
I love the DK fans just look like, but why?
That's so crazy that they do this Drake half HP without their jungler even being there.
On the dragon,
Canyon was going to golem, so what? Why is he so late?
Yeah, he's
left the 6, left the 6.
Deft finds a chance of corruption as Kellen trying to come forward. As there's the flash from Deft. Carrier gonna go down.
Oi.
He needs to flash away as well.
Going, man.
Oh, Aatrox is here. He did mid.
Getting low as Zeus is flapping his wings. The crash.
Is he going?
Run!
Showmaker not gonna get taken out here. As
Oh!
Oh, he got the clip in the end. Wow.
Underneath their turret might be able to survive. So I believe
This is actually not that great for Aatrox.
And Zeus making
The Suko
great
mucho.
use of the teleport advantage.
Actually, Corki can TP top. Never mind. This is fine.
No, it's a good solution. Very clean solution.
And they got Drake too. Actually nice.
T1 get the dragon. They only lose one member and manage to trade it back. Goes pretty well, all things considered.
I don't know about this Hex Drinker Corki. That's
very scary for a moment there.
They really did. Def goes back, does have his serrated Dirk now. Doesn't quite have his mythic completed. We'll see what he decides to go with. He's been a Duskblade builder, but we have seen a lot of Ghost Blades as well for the added mobility.
Bro, you gotta see my tweet, man. The Jizuka AI GTA version is fucking hilarious.
Wait,
I think that's the funniest shit I've ever seen, man.
What does that even mean?
The GTA AI, it's like, bro, like Jizuka looks so fucking funny, man.
And you really want the either pen items or high AD items to get value out of your poke.
Showmaker gonna be
oh shit, I'm in this.
Yeah, but I couldn't like tag you. You have it off on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, you're the blue suit, the left from Jizuka.
They just deleted my beard.
Yeah.
She takes a lot of damage from that piercing arrow.
Jizuka.
He does save himself from potential ganks as Faker in
Yeah, Dom definitely looks like a crackhead.
Feeling much better.
Yeah,
100%. Actually on this Corki as
oh.
There is the Nature's Grasp. Owner is moving in. And Def not going to get CC'd. Owner deciding that he's not going to be able to go for this.
By the way, would you go Hex Drinker here as Corki? Like, is it that necessary?
I just don't see how that would pan out successfly.
I don't know. I feel it's weird because after the start, I feel like you need to be greedy with your gold. Especially after 6, it's like your lane phase becomes so much easier and you can kind of nullify it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. You can just wave clear, right? From range with R.
Yeah.
Thinning out the mid tower. Obviously, the goal with this is often you want to take that mid tier 1, especially against the core.
It's like I don't mind Hex Drinker if it makes you win, but I don't think it's gonna make him win. I think it's just gonna make him lose less, and then like spending 1300 on something that will make you lose less.
Oh, it's so expensive. It's crazy. Like,
this is where the advantage lies.
I don't know. I would never want to do this. Like, I'm even that greedy the way I skip boots sometimes when I play scaling stuff.
Almost in the gold lead. Still 400 behind.
Oh.
Now Canyon's moving in. Canna just decides he wants to vacate.
They fucked up indeed. Here comes Ragdoll Poppy.
That will be enough for them, I guess.
If he slams him, they can one-shot him maybe.
Okay, Maoka is hovering too. Zaya's basing. Draken is opening on top. Kellen has been playing good.
Yeah, I mean, Canna's just getting blasted in the 1v1. And Ona's trying to fish for a dive. It's so risky with the Rel there, with how much CC. But she actually uses the crash down. And there's
the keeper's verdict. Cannon not going to be stunned as now Kellen diving forward. He needs to run though to try and pick this one up. Emperor's Divide is going to push that under the turret. And now Showmaker trying to get the last few autos. Can they actually find
Oh my god.
Wow.
Finally,
That is a massive mistake from Zeus. Wow. They lose the whole game over this.
Yeah. That was so clean by Canyon actually.
Wow, they have winning situation and he just throws it all away.
He threw everything out.
He was so greedy. Like he was greedy like 5 times in one sequence.
Rockaway Canyon go for the Xante. but doesn't quite.
Like already it's won. It's like they won everything.
Yeah,
it's won. Where's Zeus going, bro?
No. I mean, you can't tell me he didn't see this TP on the tower. Right?
Yeah.
Like, is he that tunnel vision or that? I don't know.
They're like, oh, we can save him. No, you can't. And now you're gonna get caught out as well.
Yeah, that crash down Magnet Storm just the icing on the cake there from Canyon.
Crazy thing is, no one gets Cancun actually. No one goes to Cancun. Bro, everyone goes to regionals.
Everyone? Oh.
Like everyone in playoffs.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Because the bottom 3 teams, they fully Cancuned like 2 splits.
That's I think one of the things where I don't like Corki. Like little skirmishes like this champion can only fight with package realistically before like 3 items. Like, I just hate the champion. Now he can fight. Like now T1 needs to win, I think, the fight. Otherwise they can open.
Well, Gumyushi's in the pit. Pretty good ult timing. Oh, look at that barbecue. They don't see it. It's visually bugged, no? Oh, Kellen.
Oh, T1 win this, bro.
Oh, okay. Good save here from Kana.
Wow.
Oh,
no way.
What the fuck? Oh, the map change!
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Oh. Varus Q?
Ain't no way they all get out. Oh my god, T1 is so tilted.
Oh wow. Oh, the map changed. That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't expect that shit, so I was like, what is going on?
I was like, what the fuck is happening to Corki, dude?
Yeah, the package became so weird because of the map.
Because here, like, in the river, you don't see the package. So I think Varus walks into it again and gets clipped by it. And Kellen doesn't get a W in.
Nah, but Carrier just trolled, man. Fucking hell.
The map.
I mean, it became a good map for Poppy. He just messed up really big. Like, he's not playing good. This Poppy is way too impatient.
I think that one though, they got away with murder here. Like, fighting in this fucking this choke point through the Corki package, like that the 1-for-1 and lose Drake is the outcome. It's crazy.
And get a few of these kills. The Varus passive plus the fact that you're then a little bit untargetable does mean that you can line up a fair few things.
Also make sure empowered Q so potent because missing health damage as well.
Okay.
Faker. Oh dear.
Nothing's amiss. Oh, okay.
Whoa. Oh, I would shit myself.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Okay, well, Canyon is going to come on over and make sure that he's quite catch who was the best there, but I think it was anyone
Dragon. Kellen took a huge sniff of him.
Yeah, I mean, quickly, we'll say, but yeah,
he knows what shampoo Faker uses.
There's not much you can do to react and outplay. Carrier on the Maokai, having a rough one. 0-4-1 so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poke is just coming through from that. Also in
I don't know, man. Dustblade is really the correct item on Varus. Not Humus.
There's no rush.
I don't know, it's all about the Duskblade craze. I'm a little bit out of the loop. I don't know, after the 20% damage, like the buff on the percentage boost, everyone's just buying this, but I'm not sure if it's correct.
I guess it's just OP.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Bro, what? He loses like that?
This is like Hex Drinker, I think, is so useless. Because it doesn't change anything. Oh, Zeusy! They get mid turret too.
Yeah, this is really bad.
The gold lead isn't super significant, but they have the kill edge.
I mean, Faker cannot match his TP when he gets chunked like this on side.
That is the comeback mechanic they can fish for, but right now we said D+.
At least Faker gets some breathing room, he can push out a wave.
That is exactly what they've been able to do so far.
This has been great as well. After a bounce back in game number 1, right? Like, it was looking like something that we have seen from D+ many times before, right? Like, they lost
Gumyushi is completely ill health. Completely ill health.
The first game, they fall down in that second one. and then it's sort of a battle against themselves. But this is T1 going for an opportunistic move here, and Zeus kind of felt like he had Canyon on the ropes, but the rest of T1...
the timing from Canyon is really nice here.
Yeah,
I like it.
Lockdown. That's the big thing with this
I don't see a world where like this Corki reaching Ludens is going to break this game at all.
Not fun to play against.
I think this is Damon's game to lose.
Needs that space to survive. Needs a bit of time
to
ramp up the heal, and also has gotten the Duskblade.
I wonder if Deft goes for my tech, because he bought another serrated Dirk. Maybe he goes for my tech where he buys the Axiomark.
Oh wow!
I hope he goes Axiomark.
I kind of like the Duskblade just because the new flavor of
I think there's really low percentage of that happening.
Maybe he goes Edge of the Chicken Nugget.
Yeah. I think that item is perfect for Deft. That guy likes defense.
It's like Axiomark, bro, just the stats are so good. For me, it's the new Yumus. And they're buffing it next patch. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, next patch looks really interesting, man. A lot of cool changes. They're also buffing Umbral again. I like that.
With Canna turning up alongside Kellen. There is not a lot of damage between those two. As now
Umbral Kha'Zix, man, can't wait.
Way towards this outer turret in mid. And the Drake is live.
Alright.
I give this.
Varus is isolated, but Zai is hitting, so it's fine. Okay.
I think this is quite good for T1, getting mid tower like that for a Drake that they can't contest anyway.
It's not too shabby.
Comes in, we'll be able to deal with it. So, Zeus going to be moving on over, looking for this.
I think Umbral is such a toxic item.
I actually think, yeah, I agree, and I actually think T1 will win this game, by the way.
You just saw Corki CS?
Nah, like Corki, Zaya, I think they can't lose, yeah. Like if this Poppy starts playing like a human.
I believe in Deft Varus. This Varus is special, man. So special. His Varus is always fucking impactful.
Yeah, true.
I believe in him.
Still, Canyon's going to be moving towards his top side. Faker is somewhat...
I just think Zaya is like one of the most broken champs in the game right now.
No, I agree. At least like Varus and others should have good counterplay. I wonder if Canyon should be just out here.
I think as well, the Steadfast Presence procced his phase rush, so...
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Well, Canyon's still
wow.
Canyon's just giving gold.
Dude, that Corki damage was actually not bad.
He takes a lot in return there for trying to make that happen, and now...
Okay, Guma is trying to dive bot. This might be game losing for T1.
Yeah, and
okay, Gumayushi.
Where is he? What the hell, man? What the? What is going on?
The Q from Korea! Oh,
Carrier is in briefer, bro.
What are they doing, bro?
What are they, bro? Smoking, man.
Holy Deft! Deft dodging those Qs was kind of clean. Yeah. He saves his flash. Actually, he actually flashed anyway. I thought he saved his flash.
Going behind the tower.
Can Guma stop? Like, what is he doing? I mean, I understand this is a macro move I have seen a lot of times from top teams where AD carry starts killing enemy top laner, but I guess Deft just knows.
It does mean that the gold lead's not going to change. It's basically exactly the same.
He just straight up punishes AD for this move. He's so confused, you know, he's on the mid wave, he's like, where the fuck is my AD? Honestly, you deserve to die.
Nah, but Carrier actually trolled him too. It's quite crazy.
And then Zeus, like the three musketeers, bro, like it's crazy. But at least Cork is farming.
Yeah, Cork is farming.
Yeah.
Cork is farming.
On doing that. Maybe T1...
Inshallah, he will get his Ludens at one point. Like, I've been waiting for a long time now.
Bro, Damon's natural stats have been dirty this series, bro. They just like straight up dry started, no info. They get poked and they don't turn, and then like their AD is stuck. Like this.
Oh, again. Okay.
Let's see what happens now.
I mean, with Poppy, this is really illegal.
Yeah, and Corki has package. You see, like, everything is like against.
Wait.
Alright.
They get this, though. They get this.
Okay, Papushku, they get this? Okay.
Oh, no, Ona.
Oh.
Wait, T1 can win this. Oh, Showmaker is caught. This is actually
Give it up, give it up, give it up. Run, 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 run. Dev doesn't have flash actually. He's in the pit.
Oh no.
It's a damn one Nasher.
I mean, yeah, it's not that great actually. They used Canyon Flash. Wait, what the fuck was this base from Corki? Wait, what is he building?
Bro, he had completed. He had completed the Ludens, no? He didn't have any longswords in his inventory. He just bought a Warhammer.
I guess he was 100 gold off Ludens and then he bought this.
Oh yeah, shit, it's 1250 for Ludens.
Yeah. He just wanted to spike again. It's fine, like if he gets his Ludens now, it's whatever. I think he got a kill, right? Or did he get only assists? Yeah, he got a kill, yeah. He will get Ludens now, it's fine.
If they can use Nash to get position on Drake, then Nash is worth. But if they lose third Drake, it's really bad, I think. Like if they get this Drake, I think the Nash trade was worth it. But if they lose it, it's really bad.
Yeah, I think T1 can maybe get this actually, because they used Rel, Rakan Flash. I think Varus will have Flash actually for this fight, yeah, let's see.
He is quite lethal. You could say he's actually just copying Dev's
Varus is still 1 minute away.
Pretty much completely. As Zeus is going to get spotted out.
Okay, Sunday is fucking so strong actually.
Yeah, I think they have to give this actually. Maybe the owner can hit a big
TP.
No Ludens, bro, like just give this now.
I don't know what he base for. Maybe he base for Ludens, no?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, no. Wow. It wasn't even Canyon who got it. Okay, big Drake, big Drake.
Now the Nash is quite good, yeah. You're right.
Now it's a good outcome.
Yeah.
He had Ludens finished to Corki.
Yeah, where's the damage, bro? Let's see. Okay, he actually hurts now. What the fuck? Bro, he's so strong. Okay, Zeus is fighting Kellen.
What are both of them doing?
I mean, one guy's trying to get a flank and one guy's like, hell no.
The top lane Rakan. It's being manifested.
Will you just go Ravenous now, the Corki?
I really disagree with the fucking... yeah, Ravenous? Yeah, I think... Wait, you buy Ravenous with a hammer, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can go Ravenous. I really disagree with this Edge of Night on Aatrox. I think it's complete dog shit. This enemy comp, they just like use one spell, it's gone.
Not gonna do so well in the 1v1.
You also run close to the enemies, like you will never have the shield.
Squishy, considering we normally see like Duskblade Black
Cleaver, yeah, I'm not sure.
Or Goredrinker Black Cleaver.
Like Goredrinker Black Cleaver would be great. Like
seems easy to proc it.
Jace has like in the past moved to a Goredrinker build to mitigate this exact situation.
Yeah.
And Aatrox uses the Goredrinker way better. It's just
I figured Black Cleaver. I don't know. Black Cleaver to me just sounds way too OP on Aatrox.
Yeah.
And the stats are just perfect. I don't know why I would want anything else.
Look at enemy champs also. Like you hit them really easily, and you have a Xayah hitting with you.
Wow. Well, there is a lot
of just ability sounds OP. Is OP.
That's the game plan.
Because like otherwise it would have been Goredrinker, Black Cleaver, and Sterix, or...
Yeah, it was Edge of Night for Varus, actually. Yeah. I guess they value this item really highly in Korea.
It's weird though, because it's like... I think in such a game...
I would watch.
I would rather have Mana Mune and then the components towards the Cyrilda if Edge of the Night is your buy.
Mana Mune spike is crazy, man. On poke jumps.
Yeah, Cyrilda too, like he will get so much pen from Cyrilda. It's like if you put the pen of Cyrilda in lethality terms, I swear it will be bought so much more often.
Really cool whilst also being self-aware of the fact that it's not all that cool.
It bridges the line.
Because like already now, like this Gumayushi already has 82 armor.
I just don't think it means anything at all, even remotely, in this game. I don't think like gold matters. I don't think this early game has really mattered. I think it comes down to who wins a specific team fight. It may not be the next one. It may not be
So
the one
good.
after that, but
Cylinder already gives you 24 pen against Zai even.
I think Faker is finishing Maw and then going GA, by the way. Or Zonya. I don't know which one, but yeah, it looks like he's finishing his Maw. Doesn't go Ravenous.
They need the pickaxe for that, like this is a different build, you know?
Oh wait.
They removed the abilities from Mo.
Oh, what the fuck, I'm trolling.
Yeah, this is a straight up full AD item now.
And it doubles if you have a big one. So they are going to really start to hit. And we have Baron in 20 and Infernal.
I'm so lost when it comes. Like, I don't know, like, I play this game so much every day, but I still fuck up the components. Like, I don't know, I just buy the items in the shop when I play.
Nailed it. Showmaker gonna get there as well, but they get there at
so
exactly the
good.
same time. And the other thing to worry about is the fact
Manamia
that
finished,
does so much more
but Zaya is also so strong.
to Death, right?
BT,
Death is
yeah.
It's like the farm distribution and has just been so much better for T1.
But also, next armor pen item that he goes for.
I was concerned a bit about the damage from D+, because I'm like, this Aatrox is going to be really hard to get. Not so much.
No.
Not so much.
Yeah, I feel like T1's comp now is just becoming a little bit too OP. The game is too slow.
So, you know, I think Dev's got some more time.
Yeah, clinging to relevance here. He might
This is
even
the
get
Zion.
items and still...
Oh, I sold the Warhammer. I sold the Warhammer and then he bought pickaxe into more marches.
That's why I kind of think that getting a...
He listened, I guess. Okay, somehow he listened to me, even though I said so much wrong stuff.
Oftentimes you'd like to have that there, but instead fits in yet another serrated Dirk item.
Yes, it's the Faker hit level 16.
Okay, they're just starting this. Because of package. Okay.
We'll see whether it actually
Also, Faker 16.
This is.
Oh, they can smite it with Zaya.
Oh!
Oh!
Wait. What the fuck,
2K?
Faker?
Big poppy ult, bro. Dev just got one shot by Corki package.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is massive, bro.
It's big, it's big. They get Drake
Wait,
too.
Dev dies here? Or not?
Emperor's Divide is available, but he's still gonna have to flash to get out of the way of this.
Does Dev get out?
I think there's no end. Oh, big.
That's kind of what that build's going to do, but now Dev is
Kill him.
closed in on Emperor's
Oh.
No.
Oh, oh, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
What the?
Oh.
Damn, that was crazy.
Holy moly.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
Didn't really achieve what he wanted it to. Yeah.
Okay, this is a big Drake, bro. Big fucking scaling Drake. It also puts the soul point. Holy.
And I think that fight really personified the series so far.
Right, yeah, I would agree.
Bro, what Ozzy did there was mental, by the way, to dodge the feathers, like he went all around the world.
Yeah. Oh, this package was crazy, by the way. I thought it was bad, but it was so good, actually. Holy, look at that.
The fucking Edge of the Night didn't even work, dude, on the package.
Yeah.
This got burnt.
I don't know about this chase, man. Like Zeus, man, you're fucking trolling, bro. So.
Wow. Bro, showmaker, playmaker. This is so sick.
Actually, yeah. I don't know, his Zonya was kind of bad, though.
The dash was phenomenal, but didn't need a stopwatch. Could have killed Gumayusi, maybe survived longer. So a great play for
his Zonya was actually quite bad, yeah. He could have killed Kuma.
And now the Baron, let's see what this Baron
okay, Kellen has an interesting position. I don't know how he got here, bro.
Was picked up from T1, so they'll get themselves towards Soul Point. Something that
they have no sums on Zaya and Corki. If this Kellen guy gets on them...
Did he go all around the world?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, Varus will miss.
I think, yeah, he's still waiting. Oh.
Oh, rip.
Oh, no.
Rip. Nah, I think they're giga outskilled. They're giga outskilled.
Yeah. Yeah, Kellen, I don't know about that flank, just recall you fucking it.
But there's nothing to flank anymore, as Canyon was taken down, and so he's going to have to go back. He is going to be able to do so, keep his verdict channeled. He's going to cancel it. Now Kellen
give in it. This game is completely doomed. Yeah, it's out of control. If this Corki finishes this GA by next fight, holy, he's so OP. I guess Faker just knows how to win an LCK. Just picks Corki. His teammates are inting a lot, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think the Nash.
There's nothing you can do. You know,
Those like the two crucial Drakes were pretty bad for Damwon.
Yeah.
It's like if you're playing, if you have Azir into Corki, like you shouldn't be able to lose first Drake. But Aatrox TPing down was like a big game changer. He got a kill, but the fact that they secured the Rift, the Hextech Drake, is such a big deal, I think. Like if you start dropping Drakes when you have Vitality Varus and the enemy has Corki, I think it's not legal.
It was a decent Baron power play, as you saw from that graph that we just saw, and Deft going to be able to take some pop.
Oh, he got his GA, bro. This game is rep.
One of the neutral objectives.
Okay, last item probably Void stuff, right?
DK can afford to give an Infernal Soul to Xayah, Corki, Aatrox with full lethality.
Not so sure considering he has so much flat pen. Maybe the pen he gets on the targets that don't have MR isn't worth it. Maybe just an AD item. Ravenous just for AD.
Now has the Void Staff as well as a needlessly large rod. When the Rabadon's Death Cap does come in, he's going to be very dangerous. Still a ways away from that though as Gumayusi moves towards the top side. A lot of damage to be taken there as Showmaker has his crown popped, and it is going to mean the end of that inner turret. Kellen moving in. There are quite a few saplings in that rush.
I feel like the crown and the Jace doesn't feel as bad because you block a big
Abyssal on Poppy, I love it.
You know, that had a lot
so
of value.
good.
Yeah. But into the Corki, he just fires so many rockets out. It just gets popped very quickly, and it's not even necessarily going to be a big.
Bro, we've watched the same game 3 times. It's like the drafts have been so similar between them. We usually just played 3 games of Xayah, like.
Wow, he gets Xayah every game? What?
Every game he gets Xayah.
Champ is so OP, man.
Still, if it's going to kill you, it's good to block it anyway. Showmaker behind in items.
I would be so happy as AD carry if I could just only play Xayah Kaiser only. If I was good on them, you know.
Yo. Kellen was Houdini last game, dude.
Smurfed?
Yeah, bro. I posted a little clip on my Twitter. Where they was he's getting marked by Zeus and he just like jukes him in the bush and then walks all the way around and finds Gumayusi.
That's the thing, you can always fight a team with Baron. You win the fight, Baron's gone, Soul's there.
Holy, that is an Ankara Messi flank if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Holy moly. He's even marked, but he still just goes.
Okay. Owner flash on Varus ult. Yeah, there's no way Damwon win.
They tried to get on top of Owner, but it's Canyon that falls down. He is going to have to back away.
Oh, the big one missed.
Owner is really low, though.
There's only a few moments here for D+ to try and lock this one down, and they have no smite available now. And not a lot more. Kellen, he can be mitigated so well.
They should flip. Varus almost has ult again, honestly. Holy, Varus ult cooldown, that's crazy.
He's rockets.
There comes Zeus.
Uh-oh.
I am the enemy. Oh, the Infernal. Boom.
GG.
But they find Showmaker, they take him down, there is no damage left.
Damn, T1 is back.
And you can do as many Kasante things as you want, Canna, you are still gonna lose your Nexus.
Crown is so useless. Bro, if there's a mythic item that is gonna carry the game from this position, that item needs to be nerfed. Crown is so useless. Is that your conclusion here?
Yeah, that's not really how it works.
Come out ahead 2-1 and 1 game away from winning out the series.
Yeah, this is a fucking good draft by T1. They play really sloppy though, to be fair. This is not the T1 from last year.
Bro, it's like Aatrox gave up leads. Koki was farming. He was inting, but he was farming.
I think he's really good at playing side lane Faker. Like, he always gets towers, he doesn't die much. Like, I don't know, I think Faker is really insane at side laning and scaling.
I don't know, there's something about how Damwon play mid to late game. Like, their farm just dwindles. Like I feel like I need to look deeper as to why they are like their farm is just so limited. Like at some point, Deft at 220 CS against 300, Faker at 300 against like 250. Canyon was behind Owner, and Zeus was ahead of Kana, but that's like natural.
Wait, why is the series not over?
Bro, it's playoffs.
Oh, this is BO5.
Yeah, bro. This is elimination, bro.
Bro, I was talking like the series is over. I thought it's best of 3. What the hell, man? Oh, damn. This is game. Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff.
Yamato, I was like, why the fuck are they reviewing this game? What are they doing? Just go celebrate for a bit. My bad. I don't know. I see Faker drinking water and reviewing. Now I drink water too. Like, I'm gonna match what Faker does. Let's review, Yamato.
It must be that they are overgrouping. I think you're out, Crani.
What their direction is for D+.
I was about to say Crani's nickname, but it's not allowed. Bro, I love Deft, but it was marketed as the last dance, and my man's in Damon.
Yeah.
What's up with that? I feel cheated. It was the same when Forgiven like said he cried because he has to go army, and then he plays like for 2 more years before he goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like these statements when people say they're done, they come back and they just keep playing.
I'll be done when I'm dead, Gilius. And I'll put that on my gravestone.
Nah, you'll be around for a long time, man. I can see you being GM one day as well.
I'm looking forward to be there on the day of League of Legends' death.
I don't think we will be there for this.
Do you think it will live?
Yeah, it will live really long, yeah.
It's so difficult. There's like such a heavy knowledge creep when it comes to League of Legends.
I don't know, the Zoomers seem to love League, so it's fine.
It's like what's it called? I think like the barrier of entry to just watch League, this is getting higher every day, man.
But don't you think it's fucking sick when you're like a... Let's say you're a 16 years old guy right now who has no clue about the game. He watches Faker play. He lands some fucking corky rockets, makes a package. They're like, wow, what the fuck? I wanna be like that, you know? I like, League is just that game, you know, for every generation, don't you think?
They've managed to... Like, League has managed to hold on somehow. It's crazy. Bro, imagine if you had to start over and you download the League today. Like, how fucking overwhelming must that experience be?
No shot. No shot.
You're like, wow, this K-Santa champ looks cool. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you know? You're just...
I think it's hilarious when I watch like players who are new to the game and they start streaming League. They sometimes, like, in the game, they're like, oh, I used to play a bit in Season 2, you know? That's like what they say, why they start again. Then they see what happens to them in the game right now, and they're shocked, you know? They can't believe what Nafiri just did to them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is not normal, you know? How am I supposed to know what just happened to me?
That's like someone in the chat is like, try to watch a Valorant match, but you don't get like... It's like the difference between, like for example, I can watch CS, right? I watch one game, like I watch one round of the IM Cologne finals, watch one round. And I know exactly what it's about still. Nothing has changed. It's like, sure, the details and everything, everyone's gotten better, everything is unique, but I get the gist of it, you know?
Yeah, CS is really easy to watch, yeah. Also, the casters are very fucking good. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Perhaps the amount of content creation on YouTube makes barrier to entry a little easier than you give it credit for. What do you mean? Like, I think you heavily overestimate, like, us here that are sitting and us that are watching, we are all terminally online. Most people are not. It's like the amount of people that are willing to like go on YouTube and consume content in order to play a game. I don't think that's the norm. It's just that we are very, very used, like all of us are terminally online, you know, we're always on the PC, we're always online, you know, we're always in like connected, you know. We are in the we're in the internet metaverse.
Yeah, what we're doing right now is crazy. You're streaming for 1,500 people.
It's nuts. It's mental.
You're actually talking to me and sharing your screen with me, and the same time you're sharing your screen with. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how we got to this point in humanity, but it's quite impressive.
It's crazy, bro. I will never get used to it, bro. Whether it's 50 people in here or 1.5k, bro, it's always. I try to imagine that many people in a room.
Imagine, dude. That's so many people, dude. Like, what the fuck?
It's
what are we even doing?
It's like, a sold-out theater, dude.
Yeah.
Bigger than LCK Studio, true.
Of course, yeah. Bro, like yesterday, you know, I'm in Champ Select at night. I'm about to play my last solo queue game.
Yeah.
This guy, one guy in Champ Select is writing some crazy shit, you know, and he's hovering Teemo top. He's like not happy that he didn't get mid lane. He asked for mid, you know. Bro, we lot into like no one dodges. Okay, my ADC troll picks, everyone troll picks because we thought someone's gonna dodge. So I have Xerath, Teemo in my team. Like the lobby is completely doomed. And the game starts, bro. Like, I'm shocked, you know. I'm like, what the fuck? This game is going. And then my top laner is Caps. And you know what's the setup on Teemo top? Flash Ignite with Dark Harvest. And he starts cool. I'm like, what happened, you know? The best player in our league is like also trolling now. So I took this as a challenge. I was like, I'm gonna try out for my life. You know? Caps was spamming FF words from 15 minutes on because he's CB8, you know. And I don't know, we just won, bro. He started putting some shrooms in mid game. We couldn't lose. Like, I was fucking vibing, you know. This Teemo was blinding the enemy Akshan. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on in solo queue right now, bro. Although everyone, I wouldn't expect Caps to be that guy, but what the fuck?
No meme though, there's some games where I get so surprised by how strong Teemo is.
I find it a bit worrying.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when he scales, bro, he had Nashor's tooth, Leandre, he brought these shrooms were half HP, like.
3 games in a row, this is like what we actually expected, like towards the
And Caps was spam pinging basically our mid laner throughout the entire game, because he was like thinking that he should have given him mid, I guess. And then the mid laner that we had got a pentakill with Jace. And I don't know, man. I don't understand what happened yesterday.
Bro, your comp sounds so dank. You had Zera, Jace, Teemo.
Yeah. We were poking them to death, it was crazy. Like, Xerath is so OP when he has Luden's Horizon Focus, bro. 1 Q is like money, you know, with first strike.
Yeah.
Before everything became messy, let's put it that way, I think early game.
These people got banned again? Are you kidding me?
When you think of the ward setup
these
here,
streamers got banned again?
Yeah, I mean, D+ Kia actually put the ward on it, like on the
I don't know if this time did more people get banned this time.
Dantes got banned, yeah. Like I think all of them almost, yeah. Like even, you know what's funny? This Alois guy, he got a Riot account. Because, yeah, like to basically solve the issue. And then his Riot account got banned. Like, I don't understand.
That's one of the few things that D+ can rely on. I think their early games have been a little bit.
Bro, this drama kind of, I don't know. I got so bored pretty fast.
Yeah.
I like the Agurin versus Dante's timeline. That was some good stuff.
So Owner
Yeah.
gets spotted as a result, and Deft and Kellen rotate over to ensure that the popping.
Alo is not banned, it's locked. What does that mean, locked account?
You also know where Owner is. So Owner has to go back, and Canyon, being aware of where the ward is, will then be able to path completely around it. And D+ actually set themselves up for a great early game here. And this is before everything goes completely crazy. But I think it's important to also highlight some of the decision making here in the early game.
Oh my god. This is such a dumb video, dude.
Nah.
Oh no. Ah, Thousand. You dumbass. Oh no. This just has. Do you know what happened to FaZe Jarvis?
No.
Bro, he FaZe Jarvis basically, he's like, I just downloaded hacks and I made a new account and look at me. And then he posted the video. He posted the video of him just hacking in Fortnite.
Nah. What?
And then he got banned on all of his accounts.
Oh no. Karma, yeah?
This is, oh my, this is so stupid.
The play goes the way of T1, and then we get like this really cool, messy fight in the continuation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait. Is it duo or it's duo? No, it's fine, guys. Actually, never mind, guys. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. If it's just duo, then who cares? Paying for duo, like, well,
preset settings to read only. Wait, don't you have like the same bindings for every account?
I mean, the guy will get exposed now because he's the elo booster, and you can probably see his name in game.
Yeah, but that part is fine. Who cares?
Preset settings.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, guys. If it's duo boosting, then it's perfectly fine. Then it's who cares? Then it's fine. This is perfectly fine. If he hired someone to duo, then it's not bad at all. I take it back, guys. I take it back. I thought someone was playing on his fucking account. And that he was like coaching him on Discord or some shit, you know? Paying someone to duo, bro? Like, who cares?
You can 3 camp top or bottom, just be careful.
Okay.
This is perfectly fine. Nah, this is troll, by the way. Nah.
Dude, the August month was doomed for me, Yamato. I wanted to go rank 1, but I can't.
What's up?
I need to go to Hamburg this weekend for Prime League finals. And then the week after, I need to go to Cologne for Gamescom for 1 week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I already gave up on August. I'm just going rank 1 in September. That's fine, right? September rank 1?
September rank 1 is better.
It's better? Okay, nice.
Early rank 1? Who cares about early rank 1?
Yeah.
What you doing in Prime League? You're gonna be on the desk?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be there with with Zertus.
Okay.
And I guess we will take pictures
how we
and give autographs.
Okay.
Yeah.
where they just discuss
Just supporting the boys, you know. I hope SK Prime wins.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them break it down.
I kind of like it.
They have been active mapping. Fabian is like performing really well.
I think I like
so I'm happy about that.
Votes as well because he looked pretty uncomfortable at the beginning of the game and then was a level 16 Corki at the end. And
wait, Aatrox was the MVP of the previous game?
That's BS, man.
For the love of God.
Yeah.
They've gotten too used to fucking Gumayushi playing good every game.
Yeah, no, I do remember. Stunning. Yeah, I in fact watched the game.
So they don't see. Poppy was Pog?
And now they're back on blue side. We'll see whether we do just get a rerun.
Poppy, I can see.
Let's just go back to our homework from the previous two games.
Oh, actually,
first two games.
I have two of these written down already. Yeah, the Poppy by Nocturne.
Triple jungle ban.
This was the tech, the first two games, and then they first picked Sejuani. It's so fucking troll. Like,
but why not Rel?
I don't get, bro. Why are they banning Nocturne? Like, I don't get it. T1 has gotten Maokai.
Game 3 was an anomaly. Everything else is the same. Oh no, they're going.
Oh, they just switched it up.
But there's Exodia on 3.
Holy moly, damn.
What?
Respect.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. The one thing
Aphelios Lulu?
they cannot get both Maokai and Jace, one or the other.
I think Jace is just fine. Just
okay, they're putting everything in the death baskets, Yamato.
Which makes sense to me. I think Deft and Canyon are the best performers on this team.
That's cool. Go for neither of them.
Yeah, there we go. And then they just ban. Then they have to ban both.
Do we think it's going to be Edge of Night, Serelda's Dustblade,
No, I have a feeling someone probably pulled Zayas aside and said,
don't do that.
I think it's time to build
but it's a cool pivot. It's a cool pivot because Faker's running it down on Jace. I think it's cool that T1 are willing to admit that.
Showmaker and did 850 damage and it was gone.
Yeah.
And then they'll show
so they just ignore the Maokai.
Chains of corruption and instantly dying from full health.
I don't care about that. Did he win?
What's gonna be picked here if Rel gets banned?
That's actually a very...
I actually think Javan is pretty nice with Aphelios Lulu with this comp.
That now means Edge of Night, Aatrox is
okay.
win rate.
Yeah.
LCK, so that you can't argue with stats.
Did they do anything to Ivan? I don't know. I feel out of the loop on 13-14.
Yeah, Ivern is less popular now. I just think he's not OP anymore. That like so basically you need to be a good Ivan player to play it now, and that's why pro players kind of dropped it a bit more because pro players are not that good on Ivan. You know what I mean? Like Ivan was a champ where you had to play it. I think that one patch where he was mega broke.
Rel is open.
I would assume they'll go.
Yeah, this is really stupid. Does Owner not play Rel? Is this what they know?
Like, Renekton goes through and Rel goes through.
That Yone blind. I think that would be a risky one from D+. But we'll see. They've
Poppy's
obviously done
banned.
some pretty crazy stuff before. Jungle Pool obviously targeted
Does he
quite
know?
heavily. There's so many picks that have been played.
Oh, he plays it. It's GG. Yeah, FF.
Blood, you banned 4 junglers for the enemy to get Rel.
Yeah, Rel jungle is the most broken jungler. Okay, just open, I guess.
That would be a choice.
Just like that.
Whether that is going to be the lockiness. The Jace up and available.
They can just pick it themselves. Yeah, I think that it's a lot more stable than taking the Yone. I think Yone is very matchup dependent, unless you're Zeka. That's the exception. He can pick it in anything. But
I wonder what Faker will play. Like, I don't know his champion pool at all. Like, if I was him, I would probably pick.
That would be pretty cool if Canna's confident.
Yeah, I don't know how the Rumble.
Yeah, it's weird because Alzir is banned, the Nico is banned, LeBlanc is banned, and Ari is banned, which is like answers.
Syndra actually, no?
Syndra's good, yeah. I like Syndra.
What we've realized is that it doesn't matter that much.
What's the last time I saw Faker on Syndra?
Really heavy AP.
The last pick.
Yeah, Syndra's good.
Go Kaiser, go Kaiser.
That's surely not a thing.
Maybe he's gonna lock Annie.
I say as he hovers it.
Yeah, Annie would be a juicer actually.
Yeah.
That seems to make
oh my god, Yamato.
in my brain. However, this series has gone to so
actually
many
Annie is a juicer, man.
That I wouldn't have really batted an eyelid at that one.
Alright.
Dude, T1's draft is so fucking broken.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Definitely
holy.
Okay.
Good luck in River, by the way, that one. Holy moly. My god.
Good luck in River indeed.
I think as far as champions that do not spark joy, Aphelios is right at the top of the list for me.
Zaya fits really well in this comp, guys.
Oof, you go into match point and you're gonna be playing Aphelios Lulu.
Yeah, I just don't understand how this Lulu is gonna survive. But I need to see this actually play out. This is interesting.
Damn one, no. Good luck in your games. Yeah, Korea's got that bling, bro.
Yeah, one guy looks like he's from a Hollywood movie, one guy has a jersey with Tom on it.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
It's going to take from this game, which is something, you know, when it comes to the setups, the coordination, that is definitely something they've struggled with in this game.
I would agree. I also think that Faker is on something a lot more binary in that mid lane. It means he can now really call these team fights a lot more effectively.
I'm sending ads, guys. You have to use your primes or whatever, or look away, or take a piss so we don't get them in the game.
And Showmaker, oftentimes he picks the Jace, and I'm like, oh man, he's off to a
Right, I watched your stream yesterday, and I couldn't believe it when the ads came in the middle of the quest you guys had. I had to sub really fast. I was like, no.
I admit, bro, I don't watch Twitch at all, dude. And sometimes like I click your stream or Dom's stream or Kato's stream. These are like the 3 streams that I visit. Sometimes like Crowny, just the homies, you know. And then I just get hit with the 1 out of 6, and I'm
no, GG, it's stuck close. Yeah. No, I feel that.
You know what I just saw?
What did you
say? Yeah, I only watch the streamers that I sub to right now. Like I can't fucking see that anymore.
Yeah. It's legit a commitment now. You sub to someone, it's like a Netflix subscription nowadays. Apparently there's a Netflix version you can pay €5 for, but you get it with ads.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Hard to say. If you see it pop up in the game,
that's really smart by Netflix.
Phenomenal stuff, but yeah.
They probably make more with the ad subscriptions than the normal one. With the ad money.
And it's crazy that you pay €5 to watch something with ads.
Yeah.
That would have been the
Because at least Crunchyroll, you get it for free, like with ads, as far as I know.
Maybe didn't want to stand.
Which is
Crunchyroll. I unsubscribed my Crunchyroll 2 months ago. I'm done.
Yeah, I subscribed to watch 1 episode of something and then I forget about it and then they charge me twice and then I cancel it. I've been in a cycle of this.
And so this Lulu, this is something that Lehens has been doing a fair bit of. Him and Aiming have been picking a fair bit of Lulu Aphelios, even now that it's sort of...
Well, as well, like I got a new TV, right?
You could say.
And then it's like, as I'm doing the TV and it's like, do you want to send your... Oh, okay, Kellen.
Man, that sidestep was slick.
Oh, this is pretty bad actually for T1.
It's not a bad trade, yeah?
Yeah, I actually love the early ignite because the quicker, you know...
Gumush is also playing Doran's Blade. He needs to stay healthy.
Oh, they're
the Q hit.
Oh, yeah.
Lulu early is still strong. Like, Dom made a good point the other day where he said like, there's no way Lulu like was nerfed so hard that it should never be played. Maybe this game is arguable because Rakan is so OP, but there's definitely games where Lulu can be played. Oh, this time the owner is bot. He's making sure his bot lane doesn't get dove. They've been hit too many times. They got dove 18 times by Billy. It's never gonna happen again.
4-0 on this Aatrox, one of those edge of night, full lethality, and still picked up a win.
I watched the first episode of Season 6 Black Mirror yesterday.
Oh,
and I was amazed.
That's crazy, no?
It's so fucking good.
It's the episode where, like, she's in the show.
Yeah.
It's mental.
This is one of the best things I've watched in a long time. Like, my god, it's so good.
That's...
Joanne is awful, yes.
Yeah. Taking a bit of
I liked it.
Here and is going to be able to get
I love that I have to be focused throughout the whole episode to understand everything. Like I like that it's like you gotta use your brain to watch that. I love that.
3.5 minutes in the game.
I liked it. That was like the most memorable episode. I don't know how many I've watched.
Speed Shrine and push away the Rel.
I'm not spoiling, guys, don't worry.
And as much as it'd be fantastic for Canyon to find a dive here, as long as you're preventing Owner from ganking, you're fine, right?
Okay.
2v2 going, and you are hard
Canyon got the Krabby.
That is kind of the objective here.
The secured bot.
And it's a rough start.
It's a very good condition for Aphelios Lulu.
Even when T1 was looking rough, Kerry and Gumayusi were...
Oh yeah, that episode was crazy too.
Whoa!
Oh, with Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't watch that one yet.
Holy shit.
Not exactly
It's gonna be good.
here for the early laning phase. And we have seen that a lot of these Xayah
Ah, this is beautiful. Beautiful for bot.
Yeah, they're getting their ass handed. My god.
I like that they stayed to hit as well for another wave. Clear the wave.
Look at the tower, man.
Holy shit, bro.
It all comes down to that one level 1. Rakan missing one W, level 1 just ruins the entire lane.
I thought also like Xayah going Endurance Blade. It's very optimistic.
4-5 minutes. And here's the thing as well.
Can you not start Q here as Rakan level 1 with this lane? You need to go W?
Yeah, we're going to see both junglers hanging out here.
I think probably you just don't use spell. Because the moment the enemy knows.
I was saying how Rakan got putting the meta by the massive buffs to his Q that gave him a ton of sustain. But you should actually...
You don't need to go W?
Yeah. Where you focus on dodging the Qs, because if the Rakan lands it, all that poke, all that hard work's undone. And the thing is, Deft and Kellen were just not really allowing him to
I would like just... I would think that you just have to play it in a way where you hide what you skilled. And then like if you get the Q for free, you take the Q for free. It's like Lulu over pushers. But them not knowing if you have W or not would change how much Lulu can play.
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic play so far in the bot lane. 25 CS lead, a 5.5.
I don't know, what I like about Lulu on the as a support is that she can go double adaptive and just be super OP level 2.
She
does so much damage.
I wonder if there could be like a crazy scenario where if you go Doran's Blade and you just start E with Rakan and W on Xayah and you like all in the Aphelios. But I think Lulu is just too OP.
But this big old sword that Deft has, that is for doing medieval battle.
Well, technically, if the goal is farming, then you'd think harvesting wheat is better.
But the last time I saw this shit was fucking double Halo Blades times.
And if Gumayusi Carrier don't die,
Halo Blades is pretty OP.
Put a bear on top of Showmaker. Showmaker not going to appreciate that too much. And Carrier, once again,
this is really bad.
Sidestep does come through. This time from Deft.
Yeah, jungle is a match too.
To say thank you and
Faker spots cannon.
Glitter lands.
You know, and often you see Illy...
Oh, look at that item gap, dude. Jesus.
You can just run out of his W if you have
BF against Kun.
Really comes out of confidence.
Oh man. Just start the fucking dragon already. When this Tibbers runs out, they will just start dragon.
It's not enough to survive.
I wonder if Crowny already considered playing this, or his dick is getting hard from seeing that Aphelios Lulu is popping off. Crowny Labrov could definitely slam this.
Yeah.
100%.
Labrov is really good Lulu, yeah.
If they go out here, they will 100% be on the bottom side of the bracket.
Hey, Crown's voice, look.
Have to win 2 series to make it a Worlds.
And they have to beat Beryl on his way to Worlds as a 6th place DRX, and I would not wish that upon my worst enemy.
Exactly. Whereas T1, even if they end up losing this series, there's still a pretty reasonable chance they could end up in the top side of the bracket. Get that.
But Labrov is only spamming Rel, Nautilus, Alistar, and Solo Kill right now. I play with him a lot actually the last days.
Really need this game to be going well.
We'll see whether they can get there.
I liked. I have never interacted with Labrov, but I liked his energy in the BDS video. Okay, so Joanne is here.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay, he's drifting. But Zeus played it so weird. Why did he go into the hole?
Yeah, he could have just ran to tower.
He could have just ran away.
Yeah, for sure. But he wanted to die.
Oh my god. He had Tavi Ninja, like he was quick.
No, he wanted to die, bro. It's fine, like look at Aphelios' weapons. They just swap now and get this entire top tower.
He would have died either way. No, he wouldn't. Chatter.
No, he probably doesn't die there. By the way, this game is absolutely over. Like if, like Deft go top, it's over. Look at the tempo from bot lane. Is T1 even in time? Wait. Actually, they're in time. Fuck, they're too good.
And be honest.
Fuck. I'm watching LCK. Everyone knows what to do. Never mind. It's actually all good.
Fantastic position. But also, I've been watching this series, and I think at the end of the day,
Owner the bonus is bot side.
We're here to find out. Will it mean anything, or will it just end up being a big?
Look at Zeus, man. I love that guy. He's so unhinged.
Oh, maybe they're gonna get like an invade on these bot side camps.
Yeah, I think it might come down to something like that. This is the largest and most controlled advantage I think we've seen in any of the games. But D+ have been pretty reliably getting leads.
Also, Jace has gotten through the whole early game because Rel has to pass into bot.
One of the 3 games.
Yeah,
no pressure on Showmaker at all, like his good CS numbers.
It's very easy to punish mistakes from D+ if someone oversteps, you know.
I like the resolve second here for Jace.
Pick with a lot more agency than the Maokai Braum we've seen from him in the last 2 games where he was...
I'm with Gilligan, Aqualord. This is Gilligan. God Gilius.
Gilligan. I invented Breaking Bad.
Yeah, looking
yes.
like there's a lot of options for T1. They are looking to open up on the bot side of the map towards the Dragon. We're going to get a replay, and yeah, Kana just plays it well.
Alright, let's look at this again. It looked like he could just R and run. As long as he like just flashes Sejuani R, then he lives.
That just means his death is guaranteed.
Yeah, and Canyon does flash for it in the end. Kana going to give him the deft thumbs up. Shout out to his teammate there. Some red and white guns being picked up here for deft.
Have you seen Gilius' latest TikTok?
Yeah, he showed me. That's a good TikTok.
Down 20 instead of 30.
Walter.
You take your good things where you can find them. Kind of tanking up the turret moment.
All things considered, Gumayushi CS numbers are healthy. Like, this is healthy.
Gonna be pretty happy with this situation. Has Bramble Vest completed.
Yeah, I don't know how this is possible.
And Zeus.
What do you mean Sejuani passive guarantees her ult? Bro.
No, this discussion is already over. Zeus inted, guys. Like, please.
Us.
Solo bolo.
Oh,
this is really big.
It's so big.
Not really sure what Kana was going for when he opted to take 2 tower hits into proxy, but that is the end result. Zeus punishes him. And,
what the hell?
Okay.
Wait, does this crash?
I think Showmaker was overly defensive.
Oh no!
Oh.
No crash! Oh my god, it all went to shit.
Oh, this last minute has been terrible.
So at least they will get plates there. But still,
Crowny's like, what the fuck? They're not using Herald for affiliates? Hey, the carries, man.
I still want the replay of top fight. I still need to see what the hell did they just do?
I think deep down we all did.
Kana took 2 tower shots and got solo killed.
It's such a big item disparity, man.
Is going to supervise as this dragon is going to be taken. The rest of his teammates not in the area. So that
is it true though, Crowny? I mean, mid lane Herald is usually... Like, when you have Jace, I think it's really good to make your Jace fat this game. They just fucked up, you know?
We're gonna have a look at it from his perspective.
Like, mid tower is really valuable to crash on.
I think best here, yeah, bro, the replay starts from a position where it's already lost.
Yeah, just a highlight reel.
It's like, I think the best way to use Rift Herald is to go through bot, hit the bot turret, make Rel defend, cross through river and put it mid.
Yeah, perfectly fine with me. I like that. I think as long as it goes mid, I'm happy.
And then like, if Rel is not defending bot, then just slam it. It's like, you just need to place it where Rel is not, and they just put it where Rel is and where Rakan is.
Seemed to matter that much though, as he was still winning out in a lot of the trades in the last game. So we'll just have
but the idea, Crowny, is that you make Rel defend poorly and Rakan defend poorly, and then you're gonna get more because you're gonna hit, you know? Because I think Jace actually can contest Pride against Annie.
Thankfully did have a kill buffer by being able to get that gank.
No, I see Crown spawn is just like, it's not that as much gold as getting a full bot tower as example, but getting Jace into this game is really important for them one, you know? And mid lane tower is the most important tower in the game, has always been, and yeah, making it low is really good. It's the hardest tower to crack in the game, when both teams are good.
How crazy is it that Rift Herald used to give you way more platings?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It used to give you 2.5.
So much damage into him. And it's like, yes, you're not going to get knocked up by the Qs, but you hold W, you just get hit by all the sweet spots.
Yeah,
and that feels real bad. Yeah. As Carrier is going to be found here by Kellen. Def's going to turn up as well. They get the battle dance over the wall.
I love how all top lane, like most
that's fair, Crowny.
Are just absolute fist fights constantly.
Yep.
Like you get the other lanes, just like
or
you know, maybe
Tofo fights.
True, but it's like you throw a couple of skill shots at each other, hope for the best. It's whatever.
Wow, Gumayushi has consolidated the game and Aatrox got kill on top. Like everything has slowed down.
Absolutely, and it's all footsies and spacing, and if you overstep, then you can look very silly very quickly.
And before Damon gets clowned because it's gonna be Chemtech.
Oh, it's demolished Jace. Damn, I love this tech. I didn't see this yet.
Like there's a lot of time, a lot of downtime.
This is so good.
Each other.
What the hell?
That was first Star Blood.
Just got a whole tower.
He's so strong for the Drake as well now.
Canyon. He's going to find an Arctic Assault. Canyon actually holding onto the Glacial Prison, not wanting to use it onto Carrier here as Showmaker is teleported in.
Crowny needs to get the Worlds, guys. Oh,
oh,
I think
la
this
la.
is very good for T1. Holy, GG.
Oh, that's flash on left as well.
Actually, never mind. I mistimed. I thought it was Drake spawning, but it's just Rift Herald. Okay. But that's such a strange way to play it. It's like you are playing Aphelios and Jace, and you are the one hard forcing on Xayah.
Yeah,
with
like
very
running
limited
into
info.
Yeah.
I think
It was quite crazy.
I don't know.
I mean, T1 needs to make sure they don't lose mid tower here. Like,
good punish from Gumayushi and the rest.
okay, they defend and get Herald. This is huge.
As a reward,
Massive, massive. And Def no flash for the next Drake.
Yeah. You know
this might just be game, Yamato.
And you have no flash.
Yep.
Just decide to jump on him.
They burn so much.
What he thought would happen in that situation.
It's one of those things that maybe we can ask him later on, once we get out of the series. But
maybe I'll lie in bed at
night. Oh no!
Maybe as Canyon, I thought that maybe he'd press his R button, but decides to hold onto it for the moment.
Yep. This one is not avoidable.
Oh, and the problem is this Jace has demolished. He will probably get a full top tower here.
Yeah, it's a really good counterbalance because this Drake would have been so hard.
Yeah. Huge play. Yeah, this Jace is just trolling, look at him.
Why are people in chat saying that that's a bullshit route? He E'd into Q.
That was normal, yeah?
Yeah, it was a perfectly fine route.
He got the route anyway. Yeah, and this is just Canyon's always very patient with his passive, stacks it up, gets the stun, layer the ult on it, so that you can't miss it, and also the extended CC duration.
Hey, you got the entire tower, Yamato. This is so big. This Jace got 2 side towers, completely alone, local gold.
This is very fat.
Yeah, so fat.
Yeah.
He just needs to stop inting like he did before.
The Drake is rough. I don't think they should do anything about the Drake.
Canyon, he just has an idea.
Yeah, Canyon wants Faker's ass, man. He's looking for that Faker booty this entire series.
You can see T1.
They're gonna go again?
Is Faker gonna get dove? The answer is maybe. There are
people
standing here. And now
I like it.
is gonna come up and catch
Well played from both, honestly.
They're gonna wait and see whether Faker is gonna stay.
How does he know?
Oh!
Cancels the back.
No,
well, there's
don't
no
do
other
it,
play,
Faker.
right? There's no other play. Holy, I thought Faker would stop.
We've been sitting up here for quite some time.
He senses it actually. Faker is a sniffer.
Now got themselves a dragon off the back.
Damn.
Yep,
very nicely done.
Mountain Soul as
We
well.
will play Baldur's Gate 3 after
both teams.
After this.
Obviously for
after LCK.
D+, a lot of tanks to give those resistances. Whereas for T1, you know, I feel like that extra shield would help out when you have a full lethality Aatrox. We've seen it again, tonight.
Yeah, no, he's doing it.
Wasn't a one-time thing.
I actually really enjoy watching these games. When I woke up, I read on Twitter that the series is really boring. But now watching it, it looks pretty fun to watch.
No, exactly. And what's the win rate?
Like, I don't mind slow games.
No, this is still like far better than a lot of the LEC games and the LCS games. Like
100%, yes.
It's like there's good decision making and good mechanics, but there's definitely like some ints. But
I sometimes predict.
How about that? You have to int in League of Legends, you know.
And look,
someone has to die.
Would be burnt.
To be fair,
it is what it is.
What I like to call the vibe check.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, Canyon.
I call it my waters.
LPL has been completely mental though. Like, I don't know, like this last best of 5, every game was 20 minutes. It was like Drake fight, Rift Herald fight, Drake fight, the game is over, the team losing, just tries to come back with the fight and then the game's over.
Yeah, they don't know how to stabilize. The LPL teams, they fall way too far behind when they lose one big fight. Like they don't know how to slow the game down. I think that's their biggest weakness in China. Like I think that's why you sometimes go into Worlds and you think LCK has no chance with LPL, and then DRX just wins the whole thing, as example. And not because they are better players or a better team, they just are more patient and they know how to slow the game down for item spikes. And I think coming into this year at Worlds, it might actually be a weakness again for LPL. Like yeah.
It's crazy because like Korea's in Worlds, like Worlds is in Korea, and the last time it was a pretty cursed year for Korea. It was like the worst Worlds ever for them.
Now chat, I know that LPL is stronger than LCK, don't get me wrong. I think it's a mindset thing. Like in LPL you just like win fast or FF fast, you know? Like Mako wrote 15 in their BO5 decider for World spots. They were getting stomped game 1 and Mako wrote on all chat 15. That's like, that tells you the whole story, right?
I wonder. It's hard to predict because many variables are at play. I legit think it's like when teams get to bootcamp in Korea and play in Korea, I think that's such a big bonus. I legit think, like if G2 actually, if Worlds wasn't in Euro 2019, it would have been so beneficial for G2. Because like they started scrimming good teams so fucking late 2019.
Yeah.
I remember the story of them like scrimming Damwon and they're like, yeah, we just didn't win we went 14 and 1, like 1-14 against Damwon. And now, like, there's a big chunk of time where teams actually will get to prepare and practice in Korea, like great solo queue, great food.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking. It's also a new format, so it's gonna be interesting. Like a lot of things change this year.
Yeah, but I think that format is going to be super good for LPL teams.
Yeah, because of volume, right? You have to like...
Like, you need to win a best of 3 or lose a best of 3 to get out of the tournament.
Oh, wow, okay. I didn't even know that. It's best of 3, interesting.
Basically, every elimination or qualification match is a best of 3.
Okay. That's pretty cool. It's not so cool for EU because we're used to... I guess we trained best of 3s too, never mind. Actually, LEC is ready. We had best of 3s, what the hell? I forgot that. Yeah, we're chilling. G2, man, G2.
Yeah, but the fact that it's unseeded, which is... The last time I read the rules, it was unseeded, it's really troll. There might be a chance where, like, a team can qualify to the main event by dodging all the Korean and Chinese teams.
What the... Wait, this is
Yeah, he walked over a lot of vision actually.
Oh, they can't kill them, man. They're so safe.
Now walking towards this control ward, Canna moving forward as well. Does find Carrier.
Okay, it's fine.
Forward, but Carrier is going to be able to keep himself
okay, this Drake will be a fist fight actually. Both teams want it, looks like.
Taking a little bit of poke as Def.
I didn't see the items.
Really wanting to get autos on this turret if he can find them.
I think this Jace is really checked. Yeah, he is.
Oh, they found Korea.
Desperately looking for these flanks as he battle dances.
Oh la.
Fantastic here from Showmaker. That is going to force the
Korea thought he was missing. He thought he was on. He thought he was Kellen. He thought he was Hilly.
Plus are going to pay for it if they do take this. And we'll be able to...
Alright, big.
If they actually cannot find an angle to engage with the comp they drafted T1, they can actually not win this game.
Yeah.
Like if Carrier cannot find, like he also lost his flash here, right? Like
where's the Baron angle? Well, they are moving over towards it. You can see.
Alright, here we go again. It's a T1 Nash. Oh.
It is going to be at least a Rift Scott. Like the Baron gets a little bit frustrated, and they do get a teleport out of D+. And I don't know whether
wow, they started so late.
They've started the Baron. And now Faker
just give it a little love tap. 3 mid turret, thank you very much.
Move out of the pit, though.
We'll be taking those.
Going to be infernally chained. And DK, with this move towards the Baron pit, they will be guaranteed this outer turret. I don't think Zeus is going to be enough to defend, and he
looking rough, man.
So,
they can't actually engage on them for some reason.
The advantages that they pick up
they need to start ulting, they need to start using ultis on Lulu. I think they don't understand that.
Like they need to like rotate spells between, like they need to walk into these objective fights without, like there needs to be some disparities. They need to throw their bodies a little bit into the situations.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to add one more thing, guys, on the conversation. 100% everything is pointing towards LPL being super failed. But with how League is designed, to say that LPL has a guaranteed victory over LCK is very silly. LCK still have really good chances and strong players.
Yes. 100%.
There's too many variables at play to know for sure. Like, each roster has 5 players. Patches happen. There's also like the seeding and it being single elimination, the BO5s. It's like there's a lot at play here that causes variance.
But I also think that depth positioning.
Well, what was my take? That is silly. I forgot what I said.
That's where things could get dicey.
Yeah, also the wild growth, you know, you can interrupt.
As LPL got griefed, right? It's like they all got sick and had COVID in quarters, right? Which is something that can happen. Like, actually happens.
If it's timed correctly. So, looking to see what Kellen can do.
Like what happened to us, we got COVID and we had to play Satan matches with a sub. We had to play with Rux. Like Rux subbed in for us and we pulled him in. He was in Cancun. He took a plane from Cancun. And he came in, won 2 games. That's gangster shit, dude.
Yeah, he played pretty well those games.
Even Knight inted last Worlds? Okay, that's untrue. Like, Knight did not int last Worlds. Knight was the best player on the team.
Yes.
He just didn't qualify.
I think he'll still do the job, but yeah, a little bit weaker.
I feel like
the whole take that they can't play slow and stabilize games when
it was the item nerfs.
Oh, that take you don't agree with? Okay.
I think that's fair because I think the top 3 teams are kind of good at it. It was just a scrappy.
JDG. Yeah.
Like JDG, Bilibili, and LNG are just very complete teams.
I just remember what T1 did to JDG. Like they almost knocked them out of the tournament.
This is what I was hoping for from D+.
Right?
They are.
Is that true? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were 2-1. T1 was 2-1 up, and then JDG swept. 3-2.
Like that, and that was the team that won Worlds, right? So I don't know, guys. We will see what.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, like I remember the last World Championship that Oh wait, no, JDG didn't win Worlds. What am I saying? Am I talking about MSI?
MSI, T1, JDG went to 3-2. Worlds last year, it was 3-1. JDG lost against T1. And the RX won. JDG won MSI.
Yeah, I'm confused right now. I don't want to talk about the history anymore. Like it's too much. Like there's too much stuff happening the last years. Like my brain can't comprehend. Like I'm not a historian guy. I can't go on the past like this. I'm sorry, guys. Let's just watch the game.
Ah, you're talking about IG versus Fnatic because Fnatic they beat IG in groups and then they got 3-0.
No, no, that was not my cope. That's not my cope. Like I think LPL can lose this year, very realistically. Like that's all I'm gonna say. The way LPL teams play when they are losing is it's like a double-edged sword. LPL teams. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm sticking to it.
Okay. The fact that Armor can start getting I think LNG, JDG, Bilibili, they are special. Very special. I think it's very complete teams. The regional qualifier that we watched? Bro, that was... Every game was 20 minutes. Like, EDG, Weibo and Top Esports.
Honestly, it's a pretty
these
teams,
I would agree.
They are wild.
Would you say that it's Morgan approved?
I could totally see Morgan doing this.
Yeah. I could see him saying that it's a good move. As D+ are gonna. Oh, that's a
lola.
Oi.
Oh.
Oi.
Uma is actually in big trouble.
I like that. I like what Damwon are doing though. Like they are marking Nash and they're aware of what T1 likes to do. And now they lost tier 2 bot and they have shit position.
No ulti on Xayah.
Like the line between T1 Nash being a 100 Thieves Nash is so close. Damwon was very aware. Look at that flash. Canyon, do you feel? Wait, what? They're gonna take it over! Oh, Deft!
What the?
Oh, the combo!
Whoa! How?
Korea flew! Wow!
Oh my god, they got Deft!
Wow!
Oh, Aatrox 1v9.
Aatrox did 892 with Q3.
Holy moly.
Is that normally?
No, this champ is so fucking broken.
892!
Bro, what the hell did I just watch?
What the fuck was this sequence, dude?
I'm thinking that Deft is the main guy this fight, but then I see Aatrox just killing everybody.
No, like here Korea smurfed out of his fucking mind.
Horse Kana is griefing crown shots. We are all aware that this guy is fucking dog shit. We don't need to point it out, right?
Bro, look at the replay. Look at Q3 of Aatrox. But Korea smurfed out of his mind in this fight. Korea like caught 3 people. I have to watch everyone one by one, because Korea caught everybody. And then here this combo is trash, and then Kana. Oof.
The carries layered with all that CC. So yeah, Zeus cleaned up the fight.
Oof.
Faker, he's back.
Faker, Carrier, both of them together. The flash grand entrance to make sure that they can get the quickness on
Faker's the goat.
Oh man, really nicely played.
Faker did catch them first.
By T1, they'll also be able to even out these dragons.
But also, like honestly, that one just kind of griefed. Like the Aphelios ult and the Gale Force combo and them overhitting Nash.
Another game where D+ find themselves some great advantages. And then something goes.
Do you think they were overhitting? Shouldn't have they just stick to it? Like once they had the position, they just gave up.
I think like the moment the enemy is in position, you should walk out of Nash and just hit the enemy. And the T1 is in checkmate. They can't start Nash, they can't base. So you just have to hit it until they come, and you don't have to overhit it. You just have to hit it enough for the enemy to be interested, and then hit one JCQ, reset it, do it again, do it again. Sejuani ult, do it again.
And whichever team can come out ahead on that.
Doesn't matter whether you kill the
if these JCQ lands, I mean,
the Baron or whatever it is.
Okay, now they how do they play now? This Aatrox is unkillable, I think.
As Deft can pop minion waves very effectively. Does have Lord Doms now completed as
No, T1 put themselves in that situation in the first place. It's hard for me to say that they played well. It's like they found like the good angle to engage and to break through, but that was like a gift as well.
The top wave has already sort of been taken care of here by T1, and they can start suffocating D+ out of their own jungle. You can see the gold lead.
The Aatrox is just Bazooka Joe.
Aatrox bot GA, he also has the tank bot running.
Nexus explodes, but it's feeling closer and closer to that here for
You don't call it the fart potion?
Yeah, it's got a lot harder. The thing is, you know, you have so much engaged threat from
Elixir of Iron.
Xayah, who's obviously a threat in her own right, but this Aatrox has just picked up a GA.
Damn, it's Elixir of Fortitude.
It's doing absurd damage.
Fortitude? What was that one?
That was the tank potion.
Oh.
I feel like it's gonna take so much effort from.
All right, give us another game, Damwon. Give us another game. Looks very hard, but give us another game.
D+ need to peel phenomenally, and I honestly think like Cannon needs to like drag someone away, like the Aatrox, into an isolated 1v1. Then he probably loses.
But the damage numbers are so high now that it can get really funky very fast.
I just don't understand how you can give Guma Xayah again. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. It's so weird.
Have to ban Nocturne.
Yeah, like, you're banning so weird stuff, bro. Like, please stop banning. Like, what did they ban? Nocturne? Like, Vi? Nah, bro. Like, okay, Poppy ban I can see, but don't get at me with the Vi ban since LCK. This champ is not even relevant anymore. It's like actually dog tier.
So we won't have to wait very long.
What the hell?
Still might be a true fact.
Like, how many scars do these people have from Violets in Korea?
I think Violent is like, it enables Faker. I think it enables Faker's champion pool good. Because they can like play Vi Ahri and like Vi Annie and...
Oh, I see.
Maybe this is the angle.
Combo breaker, yeah.
This is also something that they banned against Weibo with Xiaohu. But I don't know how much. I understand why they do it. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, it makes sense. No, like Vi Ahri sounds really OP in T1 hands.
Semblance of control. Just get a couple of autos into that control ward. Anna does have his gargoyle stone plate.
It is a weird timeline though that these two teams, they are just two teams, you know. They're not Katie.
Deft is going to be distracted. Not exactly the greatest of coordination, but the next time
who do they face next? The winner.
Unless they're going to cut it off at the pass.
Basically, Katie gets to choose.
The problem is there's another Baron in 40
Okay.
seconds.
Between the winner of this and Hanwha Life.
So they will 100% choose Hanwha Life.
I don't know, honestly. After what I've seen today,
you cannot pick.
it depends on how scared you are on the boogeyman, you know. How scared are you of the boogeyman? Because Katie stomped T1 2 times.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still like playoff DNA, championship DNA. Like, you cannot pick T1.
Bro,
like,
Hanwha Life has world champs, bro. They got them world champs.
But it's not their meta, you know.
Hanwha Life, not their meta?
Like Sylas
Oh,
Akali.
Faker got fucked. Wait, they got only Lulu? Deft can hit. Never mind, this fucking Zeus.
Oh
What
my
the
god,
fuck,
what
dude?
the fuck is this champ, bro?
This
Permaban
champ is
champ.
just Bazooka Joe.
So fucking OP.
Crazy.
Oh my god, bro. What is this damage? What?
Oh,
you can't
shit.
even run.
I think Katie should pick Hanwha. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think Hanwha Life is better, but T1, it depends on what you prefer.
Okay, the Kingen guy on Aatrox is like really clean, right? I understand.
Yeah.
But it's not Sylas Akali meta in mid. So I think you prefer to play with Zeka, I think, right now.
Zeka is playing good.
What is he playing? What champs?
He's got a mean Ahri, mean Azir. Let me pull up his Game of Legends. Because I missed a lot of it. So he's spamming Yone. His Yone is 8-1. His Azir, Annie, Tristana, Ahri.
And D+, once again,
yeah, good champion
make
pool.
it past that round 1.
And it's also looking like a T1 that look happier with each other.
But Zeka has an Aatrox legendary skin, dude.
You know, I think they've turned a corner with how.
Yeah, his Aatrox is different. But holy man, Zeus is back, baby. Let's go.
It was pretty infernal today, and we weren't. You know, we didn't really love the
Let me sell you on Hanwha Life, okay?
Aatrox, but now it's 2-0.
What do you mean we
Kingen.
We said it was a 100% win rate.
No, we said
Zeka.
That's stating a fact. That is not giving an opinion.
Don't forget about their AD.
I think that those are
Motherfucking Viper.
Oh no. Actually, who do you choose? Actually, Viper. Okay, who's the support?
Life.
Okay, that is.
Question
okay.
is, who's the jungler? I don't even know. I forgot.
They have 2, right?
One is in quarantine.
And I haven't seen it.
They have Grizzly.
Grizzly. Who is Grizzly? What does he play? Only tanks,
Maokai Sejuani enjoy it.
Yeah, makes
it's
sense.
going to be beautiful. And we did see, like, of course, Kingen, pretty well known.
I think I'm choosing.
Also a bit of a gore drinker guy.
Actually, I think if I'm the players, I'm just saying, hey coach, choose whoever you want to draft against. I think I'm giving the decision to the coach.
Honestly, fair play. Clid was such a fucking griefer.
Now they're going through the next round.
There's no way Grizzly is worse.
Grizzly must be better.
And I feel like logically you wouldn't want to play against.
But Grizzly might also choke out of his mind because
like,
it's playoffs.
Do you really want to play against T1?
You never know.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly, Grizzly's record is so good. Hanwha Life just started. He's 30-10.
To be perfectly honest, judging by the play from today and yesterday,
not a choker. Okay.
I think KT probably wins.
I would agree.
Oh, imagine those messages were leaked from inside of Hanwha.
That we have seen exuded in these playoffs so far.
to like force a contract breach of Clid.
What they end up going with in terms of
Imagine.
Decision. Obviously, Honolife Esports looked pretty good for
Not surprising.
Games
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this could actually be.
Their game was messy. It's not exactly a hard opponent, but in this game, Zeus just kind of showing the difference between him and the player who he replaced. Not a great performance from Canada.
Fair play to Clid though, he has been a good jungler for many years. That's not an easy thing to do on this level. He also does pretty well in solo queue right now. Watch some of his games. Yeah, I know what he did, guys. I'm not defending his actions. I'm just saying about his gameplay.
This was a big one for me.
Yeah, I knew chat is gonna insta. Okay, Yamato, I need to leave, man. I don't want to speak. Yamato, it was a blast, man. Thank you for having me. I just joined randomly.
No, always, you're always welcome. Come, always. Take care, man. See you.
Immediately pounced on top of it. Zeus is there for the cleanup, but it was really Faker, it was Carrier, and it was Owner who managed to catch them out. And here, once again, bit of a weird
guys, what Gilio said was perfectly fine.
And then Faker once again finds an angle.
My goodness.
What did he say that was bad?
Of course, I think Rakan has been kind of the champion of the week. The last two series, I think Rakan has been extraordinarily powerful, and this is the first game that Carrier gets his hands on it. They're down 30 CS in the laning phase. Wasn't enough for D+ to actually find a victory.
And that's the thing, is we kind of actually saw this in spring when D+ played Honolife Esports, and they were still on the like Poke, Varus, and Heimer sort of line of thinking, whereas Honolife were just playing.
I don't know, like picking K'Sante in the Aatrox.
Where they won lane.
You lost your faith in Renekton.
And the Ricard on the other side would just engage, and Zeri would 1v9, and it kind of feels a similar theme where winning lane doesn't mean as much as it did in the start of spring, and it is a lot more about just those team fights. This series was defined by team fights.
Alright guys, we're following up with some Baldur's Gate.
Deliver better, especially with these comps.
Yeah, definitely T1 the deserving team in this one. I think Zeus as well deserving some respect on his.
I saw that bug, yeah. The recurve bow passive isn't unique.
Second series where it's looked like, wow, this just shouldn't be allowed.
It's just a forbidden Gala tech.
To be given to him. I think that one's going to have to be looked at in the ban phase. And I think that D+ came in with a game plan as far as these bans that were all aimed against Owner. We did see a Poppy work out very well, but otherwise, I think something could have been adapted.
Yeah, it just felt like, okay, ban all these junglers and pick Sejuani for Canyon pretty much every game. He was like only tanks for Canyon, and then they went the Sejuani game on with an Nectar, like we're gonna punish top, and then they just started going Sejuani K'Sante to not punish.
Yeah, top. Didn't quite work out, but it's now time to.
This is on the patch that they're playing on, by the way.
This series and T1 advancing.
Like this stat line is so blatantly broken. It's crazy.
You want to face T1 instead of Honolife Esports, but we'll touch on that a bit later. First things first, guys. Draft. What did we think of this one and how both these compositions are supposed to play again into each other?
Nafiri. Draft mattered because of the Aphelios Lulu.
It mattered until like 15 minutes.
Yeah. So the early game actually really well played here, and I actually like the answer. I don't think Aphelios Lulu is that great.
Alright guys, we're gonna play some Baldur's Gate, okay? Gonna play some Baldur's Gate with the homies.
Sufficient leads very early on, get depth really far ahead. The problem is, obviously, as the cost mentioned, the fact that Aatrox comes through and the K'Sante counterpick, just another one in a row of not so successful ones.
Yeah, I mean it's no good. Like especially like overall, like kinda like today.
Ignite Rumble.
Like I might as well. Like or it's just like you gotta pick like something that like you have to like it's the same thing like as we said it like the first game like. The Renekton Sash, like against the Aatrox, you have to take it down on all the game. Like otherwise, there's no point of playing. Like even this game, like you have to play.
I'm enjoying Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. I think I'm gonna be playing this game a lot. Like I'm gonna play this game a lot.
In the team fight. Yeah, because it's way too.
I think I'm gonna play this game super much. I think this game has like the potential to have like multiple playthroughs. I'm gonna be playing with different groups. I'm gonna be playing this game. I wanna play everything, bro. I wanna play a Bard at some point. Like I wanna do it all.
You're gonna completely take over a game. So I also think that D+ again had the game in their hands, and they're just not able to actually close it out.
Well, let's reflect on how the game went for them and what was the defining moment of the game as it was again. a Baron, I would feel. But yeah, talk me through this play and then we'll rewind and talk about what they did good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole series is started from the burger flip on the Baron, and it ends with the burger flip on the Baron, actually. So it is what it is. You know, like, I think they got great composition with the Aatrox who can actually just come late and then just kill everyone. And also this Zeus, by the way, this is a 28-minute, and he has a CSD, it's like 80 CSD. He's so huge. He actually just not even building Blood Cleaver. He just straight up builds Sheralda into Edge of Night, Duskblade, because he wants to carry.
And I think the only consistent, as now, you know, series done, T1 3-1, I think that as has been highlighted, the early game for D+ was mostly better, but they were not able to convert any of their leads into anything. And the one constant was that in every single game, I think even the game last one, right, where we saw that Zeus kind of struggled with KDA and was getting blown up a bit, I think Zeus was the better top. And it was the only lane where I felt like every single series or every single game in the series, he was just better. Right, because like Guma had a game, the Xayah game that was really rough where he got caught. Obviously, Carry had a really good one, but then we had Kellen in the next one, and then the Braum game was kind of rough. Mid, I don't think either player looked really convincing today, unfortunately, which, again, we know both these players are dealing with a lot of stuff, and I think it makes sense. I don't want to go in too hard, but Zeus, to me, was kind of the shining example on T1 here today.
Yeah, so let's keep the game completely and focus on T1's performance, because, of course, advancing to the next round, they want to look more solid. And would you be satisfied with what they did today, Huni? Being on T1, what are the learnings from this series, and what do you want to make better?
I mean, honestly, if I'm KT, like, I'm happy. I know who to choose. I know it's a really clear direction where to go. But the thing is, like, it's the same thing. Like, the T1, if they play like this, like, not able to generally lead. Like, I know that they have a great player like Zeus, like anyone can actually do that. The ceiling is really high, the potential is great, everything is there, but the thing is, like, it just have to be shown more, like, actually is it possible to against the KT, but, you know, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's just the one matchup where Zeus being good isn't really going to help you a lot because you're playing against Keen. Like, if it's Zeus versus Doran, I would feel a lot better, but if it ends up being against KT, like, it's not really going to matter because Keen has been so incredible this split.
Zeus has been looking better, though, lately. Not only today, but also for the past series. We saw last week, again, T1 aiming to recover from the slumpy summer that they had here. Do we see any glimpse and hope of improvement? Do you think they're on the right path, is what I mean?
For me, the biggest improvement that I saw today was the owner-carry synergy. I think that jungle support, if you look at KT are at the front runner. Me, I think Gen G is a little bit more jungle mid, but jungle support like Lahens and Cuz are such a good two-man unit. And I think we saw even in the final Baron fight, when Owner is able to capitalize on the engage that Carrier finds. Moment like that, that's what you got to build upon. But I still think that, you know, given today, T1 still, they have a lot to work on.
Yeah, I mean, also especially today, it's kind of hard to read because the game wasn't no action at all. Like, it's compared to KT game. Like, if I'm assuming, like, if there's a KT and T1 series, like, there's gonna be so many action from early on. Like, KT will force like everything like as much as they can. But it's going in. The point is, like, if T1 can handle it or not. So that's gonna be the key point, I will say.
And we've talked about this. If they get a lead, there's no way they're gonna let it go the way T1 or D+ let it today.
Oh, I'm so happy to play some games.
Hopefully, let's skip to the player of the game and see if it was the winning teamfight player. And again, I think it's Zeus. It's a tendency we've been seeing today, but he's been playing phenomenal. Also.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, if I can actually choose the player of the series as well, then it's like not even close. Like, this is like Zeus. Like, he died all year, but it's still like he just completely.
He knew the T1 fans would completely annihilate her. Not him.
So game 4 and 5 was so intense. So what was the feedback like?
Wait, is she wearing a T1 jersey?
Playing the game.
The interviewer is wearing a T1 jersey?
Panicking. So the coaching staff actually gave us a direction on how to not do that or try to fix that. And yesterday, Weibo Gaming qualified for Worlds.